with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Ray?
Hello, everyone.
All right, so night and day comparing the episodes because
Yeah.
I hated the first episode and I absolutely loved the second episode. So, but I want to get first. Let's talk about because you guys didn't get to talk about it. I don't know if you saw the episode, Scott, but
I'm still trying to find the damn thing, so I don't know if God's looking out for me or what. But that's okay. That's okay. I don't care if I get spoiled.
All right, Connor, why don't you get into Space Babies? Talk about it.
Space Babies, I went in with very low expectations. I've already seen your 8-minute review earlier while I was waiting for you to put this cast up. I can see where you're coming from. I'm on the opposite end in that I actually enjoyed it, but I can see why you hated it because my problem with RTD is that he always starts a series off with a really kind of fluffy episode. And
right.
He very rarely pulls it off because the only two openers of his previously that I actually like is, well, I like Smith and Jones, but I think the two that really stand out to me is Rose and Partners in Crime. Now,
Right.
Partners in Crime is how you do an episode with a tone like this.
Space
Babies is up there in that it's an above average opener. But you have to look at it in a very specific way. And for me, I look at it through the lens of how I would if I was watching a Pixar film.
Right.
In that it's like it's very lighthearted. Like the humor, I gotta say, the humor was very cheap. But I actually really enjoyed the fact that Nanny had a potty mouth. She was swearing all over the place. I
Right.
enjoyed that. It was cheap humor, but it got a laugh out of me. For a season opener, I enjoyed it. Could it have been better? Yes, probably could have been. I would have actually liked the Bogeyman to be the Bogeyman and not a snot monster because the Bogeyman in fable and mythology and folklore is probably a lot more terrifying than what we got in Doctor Who. And they could have probably got away with that. Because obviously it's a manifestation of a dream in folklore. And here it was just kind of potty humor nonsense in a way. And it was I've got to say though, I never thought I would ever kind of be not emotionally moved, but certainly impacted in a small way by a piece of snot being sucked out of an airlock. Because actually that scene, the fact that Jocelyn was so keen to kill the monster, but like when you look at it in the context of the monster actually didn't do anything. Like
it screamed.
It didn't warrant being killed in such a ridiculously.
It was basically like Alien.
Yeah,
exactly.
So from the side of it, we have the eye crust monster, and now we got a snot monster.
This is snot monster.
Okay, so the Henderson monster can easily dealt with if they.
Let me just say, your first episode for a first season considered for Disney Plus restart, even though it's continuation, but they have to have a numbering 1. This is what your first episode is, and this is why I get mad because I feel like the Wild Blue Yonder, like a filler episode. Like this is the first episode that's supposed to be Ruby Sunday traveling with him.
Yeah.
And this is your first episode. This is your first episode.
This is exactly my problem with RTD is that he always does a very low stakes
terrible
opener.
Failing episode, I gotta say. Failing episode. And I also feel that he's not in sync with the Doctor at all. And I don't know why, but I just feel that Space Babies was a mistake. A mistake that should have never been the first episode. And the fact that hey Philip.
All right, Philip.
The fact that the Sunday was given all this power, like to decide different things, and he's just going along for the ride. I was not crazy about that at all. And also, too, she doesn't even fucking know him.
Yeah.
And in episode 2, she's like, "You don't run from anything." Well, how the fuck
you don't hide? And even in Devil's Court, she said, "You don't hide."
Right? You don't. How the fuck would you know if he hides enough?
Yeah. People have been pointing that out since the clip, because that scene was released early on YouTube.
Right.
It was released at like midday.
You don't run from anything, Doctor. Like you don't fucking know.
She doesn't know. She has no.
But he uses like the Time Lords. Fucking. Oh, there's an echo. There's an echo. Who's the echo, Philip?
Is it me?
Are you watching the stream?
Am I watching the?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's watching it on the screen.
I'm using my phone.
He's got it twice. Yeah, he's got it twice.
Oh shit! What do I do? Do I?
You need YouTube or whatever you've got open that's playing the stream.
Just shut the YouTube off. Just talk to us.
Oh right, okay. I'll come back. Give me a minute.
Okay. I feel that I want to get into Devil's Chord, but I want to stick with Space Babies because I have a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
This was like a B budget, B crap Space Babies compared to an A-list movie in the second episode. Like it literally, how could you get a shit episode and then a fantastic episode?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know if we're ready for this up and down nonsense. Again, I don't know. I felt like Russell T. Davis with this episode, Space Babies, was rusty. Like he's not in sync with the Doctor. He doesn't get the Doctor yet. I know you got to get used to each Doctor, especially as a writer that he created him, but he's not in sync with him yet. He's not ready yet. It's not flowing correctly. The story is just, first of all, you have to understand, this is a big key to the episode. The TARDIS did not bring them to that location. Ruby Sunday picked that location. So, like, how the fuck would she know where to go? And two, this is tied in with whatever she is, some special entity or something.
She didn't choose the location specifically. She chose the year.
It's like I said.
Year.
Yeah, it's like I said. It was prime numbers, weren't it?
How would she know?
Well, she just gave a random set of numbers.
And the TARDIS felt, oh, let me just find what's going wrong and go there.
Well, that's what the show's always done. It's always kind of like you've never had
TARDIS
just landed on like a
right,
planet.
but the TARDIS always brought you where you needed to go, not where you wanted to go. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not happy with the.
This is kind of. I don't think it's necessarily RTD being rusty. I think it's more that it's just his style, and I think compared to Moffat, it doesn't necessarily work as well. For me, Moffat has always had the better openers because of.
It just seems like he's trying to do these hidden messages to us, right? Like this is the way the Earth is when people in businesses cut payroll and that a skeleton crew run the company down to the ground. And this is where I worked. This is where stuff that's done. But who the fuck leaves babies in a fucking spaceship alone?
And a
even
nanny.
in the future, even in the fucking future. Who the fuck does that? Like
it was supposed to be a take on the refugee crisis at the moment because.
But the point is that you're human fucking beings, aren't you? Or you aliens? That you're gonna fucking leave children in the we don't have common sense in the future. Like that's fucking babies.
It was the rules of the planet because the planets didn't allow for the babies.
That was to go get refugees. That hadn't explained what the space station was. Space station was just a thing for a baby farm, but they left for some mysterious. I mean, they left. They didn't agree with it. There was budget cuts, but then you can't just leave the fucking babies there with one person.
I think
that's not even skilled.
I think he wrote the episode in exactly the same way that he wrote Partners in Crime, in that it was less about the story and it was more about the relationship between.
It just didn't work. He tried so hard to have space babies. It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense why they rapidly aged but didn't rapidly age. Like they rapidly aged in their mind but not in their body. Who did that? Who created this? Like the
story was the worst part of that episode. It wasn't.
I'm not trying to view it as a writer, but it was terrible. The episode was terrible and was a failing episode.
I think
Let's get Philip.
Showcasing what the Doctor and Ruby were like together as a companion Doctor partnership was great.
But I mean, they're forcing the whole adoption.
It felt more like the Doctor. We didn't see. It was like Ruby was a Doctor in that episode, weren't it?
Forcing the whole fucking adoption, fucking orphan.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier, Brad Wolf. It was more like a filler episode.
I know you have a lot to say, Philip. Okay. Space Babies.
No, I was just gonna say, is my audio all right now, or is it still echoing?
Yes.
No, you're good.
Space Babies. We're gonna do Space Babies first.
Okay, but I'm not echoing anymore. No.
No, you're not. No.
Okay, fine. Space Babies, a pile of crap. That's all I've got to say about it.
Thank you. A pile of crap of a different color. Terrible. He said shit in the episode, though. He said shit.
Yeah, he was going to say it.
Yeah, she even said shit, didn't she? Herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did say to Connor the other day, they should have put Devil's Chord first, and then drop in Space Babies. I
agree with you. I actually think they shouldn't have even made Space Babies. Like, Space Babies shouldn't have even been made.
I don't even know why.
If they started off with Devil's Chord and did another episode.
Let me tell you something. Devil's Chord? Holy shit, compared to that.
9 days. 9 days.
Like, what the fuck? That's your season opener, though.
Devil's Chord was the most beautiful piece of Doctor Who I've seen in years.
Holy shit. I mean, holy shit balls. Holy shit balls. That was excellent.
Jinx Monsoon is the best villain performance.
I absolutely think so, but I didn't know that she's the she's the toy maker's daughter.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah.
And that is better.
I just want to know.
I left the same way he did, because that's his thing.
Yeah.
It's in the family.
I just want to know who she means by he's waiting for you.
Okay, so there was a few things. Let me point out what I noticed in this episode. Something is off with Ruby, that she's different, that makes gods fear her. The god of Maestro was afraid of something with her. Then she's somehow connected to Toy Maker and her, because there's something to do with her birth or whatever is connected to the god. So she's related to something with that. Also, something's wrong with the TARDIS. The Doctor already pointed that out. Has nothing to do with them, though. Completely different. Doesn't know what it is yet. Also, one big thing that was very telling why the Doctor's acting the way he is, and he's not acting like the Doctor like he should, is he basically explained to Ruby that the Toy Maker ripped him in half. Right? Literally. It took everything he had to do to beat him, and he's lucky he beat him, right? But basically, he claims he was ripped in half because of the Toy Maker, not because of the regeneration energy, but to do with the laws of physics and everything to do with the surrounding thing of the Toy Maker and the realm and the whole encompass like area because of the magic or whatever. It ripped him in half because of the Toy Maker. No bi-regeneration, no bullshit. Toy Maker did it, right? So now my question is he literally half a Doctor? Because even half a Doctor is better than half the things out there. And at some point in time, he has to merge with the other half of the Doctor. Because that's what I'm getting from it. I'm getting that from it. Like they're leaning towards that.
It was a metaphor.
I don't know about that.
He didn't literally mean that his soul is split in half.
I don't know about that, though, to be honest with you. Because and the reason why I say that is he even said, why am I running from this creature? Then you try to explain it. Oh, this is why. But second episode, he's running too.
And I didn't.
He's like, screw this. I ain't fucking dealing with this. But then, again, you do the thing like Sutek. Like Pyramids of Mars, like where you showed her the future that happens from that point in time if the villain wins. Right?
Yeah.
I definitely think that there is an like, for example, when in Space Babies, the snow starts to fall in the space station.
What the hell was that?
Didn't he say... Go on, Connor.
There's someone playing a part behind the scenes, and maybe that's what is, like, crippling his senses in terms of.
He also said that time was altered. He said that thing never fucking happened with that person that dropped off baby Ruby. That never happened, but now it's a new memory.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did that come from?
But didn't they say that the snow was Didn't he say that the snow was like a memory coming back or something?
Yeah, but the point was, he said the memory was changed. He said because that never occurred, but now it did occur. What does that mean?
Does that also explain the memory TARDIS, Connor? Then, if they're talking about memory, if we've got the memory TARDIS coming in,
it's possible because I'm actually I actually can't wait until the finale because it seems like there's going to be a lot of little threads that have been weaved.
And it has to do with the TARDIS. Something's wrong with the TARDIS.
Yeah.
In what sense?
Well, he said something's wrong with the TARDIS. He heard it when he got out of the TARDIS. He heard some weird thing, and he's like, "Oh, that's not related to this, but something else. But we'll have to deal with it later." Like something's wrong with the TARDIS. Yeah.
What did you think of the explanation which he gave for Susan?
That was a hint. That was a.
I thought that too.
Yeah. I've never. Do you know what? So nothing might come of it, but I'm fully expecting something to come of that now.
Is he trying to say that because timelines have changed, she's in a completely different timeline from him? You can never see her.
No, do you know what? What I reckon it's Miss Flood. Miss Flood is Susan. I reckon that's why they mentioned the name drop.
You think that Miss Flood Susan older?
Yes. A regenerated older
version. Caroline Ford to play Miss Flood then.
True, but she's a Time Lord. She can regenerate in any form, anybody. So, she could be an old lady now.
Not necessarily. You don't know if she could regenerate because then you have to go to to get regenerations, then you have to go to school and do all that stuff to get it.
Yeah, but we've never seen her regenerate. We've never seen her regenerate, have we? Ever. So we don't know whether she is proper Time Lord or not.
The Time Lords adopted him. They weren't even fucking Time Lords.
Maybe she's Ruby's mother.
I was thinking that
but
again, that she's just lingering around, but she has no memory. She has dementia or something. She don't even know what the fuck she is. That's why.
Even though I haven't seen
unless
actually connected to Toy Maker being
she is connected.
Being a second child to him.
She might be because she is connected. Yeah. Maestro said something's with you.
My first thought about the other father was Razalon at first, and I thought, it can't be that far.
That'd be too easy.
Yeah.
No, she might be another daughter of the Toy Maker. Then.
Or could she? Or could they? I know it's cliche, because they mentioned Rani and some other thing. Couldn't she be something to Rani? And they're hinting that now we're getting them back.
Well, when she referred to the oldest one, my immediate thought went to Sutak.
Yes. Or even Omega. He's the oldest one.
So he was talking about Bishop. He was talking about different things. So he's saying that he didn't. That's not the name they gave him the name and he didn't have the name himself. That doesn't make sense.
But no.
He chose his. He chose his own name. Even the master said, "You chose it. Your name. I chose the master." Right?
Not necessarily because remember in Unearthly Child, they just referred to him as the Doctor.
No, well, you have to see the episode, Scott. There was references.
This is my problem with the Timeless Child stuff, and it's that it's retconned.
Yeah,
that entire aspect of his character, and I don't understand it, and I don't think I ever will. I think the whole thing with name of the Doctor and time of the Doctor and all that sort of thing was much more dramatic and understandable and kind of not. I don't know. It just feels
convoluted.
Yeah,
it feels like a retcon for the sake of a retcon, and that's not RTD's fault. That's Chibnall's fault. But yeah,
which I think is what wanted him to come aboard to finish his fucking storyline.
I remember after the Christmas episode, a lot of people were saying that Miss Flood was with her son older, but how can it be with her?
No.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. She's in the library, so how can it be with her son?
Well, I honestly think she's going to get out of the library. Honestly, she's going to be with Shooty, but I think that's going to be resolved finally.
Well, apparently, RTD says in Doctor Who Unleashed that there's going to be a more powerful god than the Toymaker coming.
Well, that's Zeus confirmed then.
Well, but it's related to the Toymaker's family, isn't it? Or no?
The Toymaker, according to this, he's actually given the Pantheon a name now. Let me just go to the message.
So in other words, it's the Toymaker. His daughter. So in other words, his daughter hated his guts.
Yeah, because she was mistreated.
Right, but she's still like connected, but you know.
I wonder who the mother is.
Right, so next week, Susan. This is Moffat's episode. Boom, Susan Twist.
Yeah.
Who in both episodes today as well. Today, it has a big part. So that's probably when the storyline with her starts to kick into gear a little bit. So I think she's related to the mother storyline with Ruby. The Pantheon of Gods is called the Gods of Chaos, and the Toymaker is the leader of that Pantheon, according to RTD. But there's going to be
you said
the one who
chaos,
waits
right?
is not the one who waits is not related to them, but they all fear him.
Probably, yes.
But he's like the devil almost.
Yeah, but the gods of chaos. Yeah, the only god of chaos I can think of is the Black Guardian, because he's a god of chaos, basically.
Right, he might be. Black Guardian might be because they have to face off one more time. So the Black Guardian might be the finale, right?
Do you know what?
I thought Sutek was supposed to be the finale.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, because in there was a leaked trailer last week that they haven't actually released officially, I don't think, but it had like a tease of the series and loads of words popped up as the shot, and in one of the trailers, like you see this city street that is just like consumed by what I originally thought was smoke, but it's actually sand. Now the god of sand in Egyptian mythology is Set, who is Sutek.
Yeah,
right.
Sutek. Yeah, yeah.
But he's not part of the pantheon of gods, right?
I think he's far more powerful than the pantheon of gods.
Yeah, he's not. Okay. So we got a few things going on. We have I don't want to say secondary villains, right? But they're secondary villains compared to the big villain. Obviously, Toymaker, Maestro, the one who waits is the main threat. We got the main threat, but
we've actually got several storylines. Let me just go through this. So we've got the one who waits.
Is the main one.
Yeah,
we've got the oldest one now.
Yeah.
We've got Susan Twist. We've got the boss, who me preferred to in the Starbeat.
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming in too, or she?
It depends who that is as well. And we've got
it could be one of
Triad Technology as well.
Yeah. Now, also, we have the TARDIS malfunctioning. That has nothing to do with that. We have something with Ruby that made the Maestro scared. That connected to the Toymaker and her, and she said, "How could he?" Didn't she say something like, "How could he be there at your birth?" or something?
Yeah, so that's the oldest one. She referred to him as the oldest one.
Yeah, because the doctor questioned it, but she never gave him an answer.
Yeah, she never gave him an answer. So
Ruby is connected to
the reason why she was so scared of. Well, I say scared of Ruby is because she had that I can't remember the name of the song, the one in Home Alone, the Christmas song.
Oh yeah.
She had that song like embedded deep inside of her, and I don't think that Maestro could pull it from her.
Right.
Because the whole thing about Maestro was that she wanted to kill people that had music in their heart,
and she couldn't pull that. But it wasn't just because she couldn't pull it; it's to do something with her special.
Yeah, I think that Ruby is related to a god-like character. I think she is probably a goddess herself.
She's human, but she's also part god also.
I think there's a godly aspect to her that is to come out. But I'm genuinely intrigued by this whole storyline. It's been set up very well. I like the little tease again.
Yeah, but I just think that look, we had the episode count cut how many times, right? Like, let's get rid of the garbage. Like, it doesn't matter if you keep shrinking the episodes, you're still going to get shitty episodes, right? This is why I always wanted the episode count to remain the same, right? Because Space Babies was shit. I'm going to tell you how bad it was. At least old Doctor Who episodes you could rewatch. I can't rewatch Space Babies ever again. This is like Love and Monsters. This is like Love and Monsters. It's shit. There's nothing about it that's enjoyable. At the end, there was like a brief seconds of enjoyability that I was like, oh, okay, I like Ruby and the Doctor together. But you're talking seconds, right? Seconds. And I forgot exactly what it was, but the episode was so horrible that I don't even want to watch it ever again. Like, that's how bad it is.
Was Space Babies originally cast for number 1, Connor?
Yes,
always.
That's always number 1 because they just basically said that's their first adventure. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it has to be because it's where he's
she gave the keys
and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So, but this is just my problem with RTD is that he always puts out an opener that doesn't leave an impression.
Total shit.
Even Partners in Crime is great, but it's the worst of series 4.
Right. Yeah, you might as well just look. I can't tell you what to do, but I would just not pay attention to Space.
What did
go right to dump.
I would have liked the Space Babies to continue where they started with the prehistoric era thing. And gone on with a story with that rather than Space Baby. So let's have battles with Silurians, dinosaurs, because they had all the dinosaurs and stuff. Let's have the Silurians in there, or even the Sea Devils. That would have been better than jumping onto the Space Babies.
And thank you, Doc. Go ahead, Rick.
Oh, I was going to say, what did everyone think of the musical number at the end of Devil's Called with all of them singing?
I liked it.
I
actually really liked it.
Yeah.
Was that Murray Gold playing the piano? Was that Murray Gold playing the piano?
Yeah. So he was playing the piano. I didn't so much like the thing I hated most about Devil's Chord was the whole fourth wall breaking all the time.
I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Even the Doctor breaking, and I'm like, why the fuck is he doing that?
But he wants to make Deadpool.
Could they signify that the breaking of the fourth wall was him talking to the one who waits, as well as the maestro talking to the one who waits, because the one who waits is watching?
Well, no. It was for us, really. That was.
Yeah, it was for us. RTD hinted towards it a couple of times in that Legend of Ruby Sunday, which is episode 7, is going to be based around. Like, do you remember when they did the episode title teasers a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
The Legend of Ruby Sundays is very interesting because it's a screen with the episode title on and loads of cameras. Now, there was a quote that came out from the finale in one of the magazines that are over here in the UK, and it was Mel saying that this is telling the story of yours and Ruby's life. Now, people think that it's either not so much a documentary, but it's like a film, and someone is directing this in such a way that is like a film, and Triad Technology is bringing this together into basically like a film format.
Okay.
All right.
RTD has been teasing, like he's used words like reeling, best finale to ever be put onto film, but we don't film on film anymore, all that sort of stuff. He's actually been teasing towards this kind of meta approach of having the Doctor and Ruby be part of a film. And what lends itself to it as well is that in Church on Ruby Road, Ruby was taking part in a documentary because she was looking for her long lost family, and Davina McCall was helping her with
the wrong mix.
So it's very interesting to see how all that plays into it as well. Like how much of this and this whole fourth wall breaking plays into that, I think, in that how much of this is like really what we believe is happening?
Mm.
Like, what
do you mean? None of this is real?
Possibly, and I think it's the toy maker. The toy maker or the gods are fucking with time in such a way that it is playing out like a film,
and this is all fake.
Right.
You
The whole
don't know,
season 1.
the whole kind of line between reality and fiction has been completely blurred.
That wouldn't make sense. I mean, if it was a film, because of that, of them singing and dancing at the end of Devil's Chord.
Yeah, like they're randomly breaking out into song. Like that's twice they've done that now.
Well,
it doesn't all make sense in like terms of Doctor Who. So,
and why would he do that after they defeated her? Like, why would they just do a music number like that?
Well, I suppose it's just the kind of new approach. He wants a heavy emphasis on music, which is, and to be honest, the episode, I thought it didn't feel too out of place.
But is this the episode that Shooty said he beat the villain by twerking to it? Because that didn't happen.
I think
he didn't. Okay, I want to tell you something. He didn't beat the maestro. He failed the Doctor and Ruby.
Yeah, he did.
They failed,
which is
completely.
Because everyone was like, "Oh, the Beatles don't look like the Beatles. The Beatles are going to be so shit."
But the Beatles defeated the maestro, which is fine. But
maestro. So the Beatles being a side character actually did what Doctor Who never does anymore, because Doctor Who can wave a sonic screwdriver and fix everything. They actually got a practical person to solve the problem.
But also in episode 1, kind of Ruby kind of solved it, kind of.
Yeah, Ruby helped out a lot, I think, as well with
the
that.
Doctor hasn't done shit yet lately, honestly.
Well, I mean, he found the chord.
That's probably the film, isn't it? The Doctor won't do anything this season.
I'm saying, like, you want to make the Doctor strong. He seems to me like the weakest so far.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to. Okay, before this gets out of hand, all right. I'm not against Shooty Gatwa. I'm not against 15th Doctor. I like the Doctor. I liked everything about him, and before all this shit started. So I'm not hating on him. I'm not one of those channels like, oh my God, Doctor Who's dead. No, I'm just saying that it appears so far as if he's weaker. And he even said that he took everything to beat the toy maker, and the toy maker split him in half.
And it scarred him, basically.
I think it's just that this whole approach RTD is taking with Gatwa is that he's supposed to be a more emotional Doctor,
right?
So
you don't think I'm right that he's split in half and he has to merge with the?
No, I don't think that.
No. That was metaphorical. You just said that metaphorically.
So David Tennant, you were talking about this off air. David Tennant didn't film stuff for season 1 and season 2.
No, David Tennant is done. Apparently,
no, I know what he's saying now, but what I'm saying is, didn't he film shit for season 2?
No. The only appearance
no.
He does make an appearance in this series.
He does,
but it's his face.
Yeah, in the episode Rogue, he's just a photo.
He's a hologram.
A picture.
Kind of yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He does make an appearance.
It's just like you said, hologram image of him. Did anybody recognize who the woman was in the Devil's Chord? You know, all those people out looking out their window, listening to the movie play. Did they recognize the woman? That's the one. Well done. Yeah, it was.
She was a costume designer in Tom Baker's.
Yeah. Wow. Tom Baker's era. Yeah.
Wow.
I thought, oh, that was nice. Nice little nod.
Well, like I said, Devil's Chord was above average compared to Space Babies, which is below average.
That Devil's Chord was actually made by the fact that I genuinely think that Jinx Monsoon gave a brilliant performance.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what she is, right? She's a great actress. They are a great actress. Whatever they are the great thing.
Yeah,
they're the great thing. Whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. I thought they were phenomenal.
I would even to say actually that she out-creeped Michelle Gomez.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That's a very good shout.
I kind of would want to see her again, actually.
Michelle Gomez.
I would as well.
Very creepy, but Jinx Monsoon is creepier.
Jinx Monsoon scared the shit out of you.
Snares Telger put, was the woman that served the tea Susan Twist?
Yes, that was Susan Twist.
But you know that song?
Susan screen.
That song that oh, sorry. Go
Twist
on.
at the end. Are you talking about the one in Devil's Chord?
What was the twist?
Right, that.
Yeah. No, I think the name of the actress, wasn't it?
Oh wait, I thought the twist at the end was not the singing number, but her creation of the boy was still around.
Oh yeah, the little schoolboy.
You know what? You might be onto something. You might be onto something there because I actually expected Susan Twist to appear, but now I'm thinking about it. The only person that appeared outside of the
boy
was the boy.
And now was he a creation of hers?
And the boy's got a very interesting name as well, Harbinger.
But he was a was he like a creation of hers?
I thought that.
Yeah.
So that basically proves that if he's still around, she's still around.
I mean, what context does anyone use Harbinger in? Harbinger of Doom, maybe?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
100%. So more than likely at the end, the toy maker, all of them are going to go back to their realm. Probably.
Well,
but someone brought them there. They said someone brought them there.
Toy maker is bound in salt, apparently.
Correct, but someone brought them there, supposedly, and she won't tell them.
That was a toy maker. Well, the toy maker said they were coming.
Let the toy maker and all them out.
Yeah.
And
it's got to be someone very powerful.
Extra dimensional. Someone outside of time and space.
Like Omega or something.
Omega?
Yeah.
Well, in Not Doctor Magazine Radio Times, RTD did a episode guide, which was sent to, I think, Joe and Philip both. And the finale teases that there's something underneath the unit towers that relates to John Pertwee's era.
Yes, and I've been racking my brains on that one.
Well, I mean, a godly character did appear in John Pertwee's era.
It would be the Daemons.
Well, the
that was Omega,
and also Omega, and also
the demons. You're right. I forgot about the demons.
What's the one in Time Monster called? Kronos.
Oh, Kronos. Yes.
Yeah.
But Kronos was in a crystal, trapped in a crystal.
Yeah.
The Time Monster, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So there is a link to mythology with John Pertwee's era. So it could be any one of them. Omega wouldn't surprise me actually. I didn't even.
When is the next episode air? Next week or tomorrow?
Next week. So it'll be same time next week. And it's just back to one episode now, and it's Stephen Moffat's.
Which is going to be probably knocked out of the park.
Yeah.
Is it still midnight showing for next week?
Yeah. It'll still be midnight.
So 7 o'clock, Mike.
That's when they go live on iPlayer.
Yeah, I gotta admit, things didn't work out the way I expected it because I really thought everybody was going to stop watching it, do the podcast, and then go back. But it's hard for me to say, "Hey, don't watch Doctor Who." And just do my podcast and then go back. I even wanted to see Devils, but that's when you were telling me. You had to understand. I was doing the cast while you were watching Devil's Chord, so you were ahead of me by like 10 minutes. So when you were finished, I wasn't finished.
Yeah. So I was originally gonna pause between Space Babies and Devil's Chord as well and do your podcast, but then I thought I just want to watch these back to back.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to watch it straight through without really breaking up.
I can never tell anybody not to watch that. But you forgot that you were ahead of me because I was doing this cast in 10 minutes, and I wasn't even done with the episode yet. You were already done with it. That's why I'm like, well, I can't do a podcast now. I'm not done with
it. Snake's Telger also put, and in Space Babies, he thinks Susan was on one of the screens.
What?
Huh?
What?
Yeah,
Have a look at the comment.
yeah. So when the captain was speaking to Jocelyn, when Jocelyn first appeared, Nanny in Space Baby, Susan Twist briefly appeared on the screen.
Who's Susan Twist now? Who's Susan Twist supposed to be?
I didn't see that. I missed that. Oh,
who's Susan Twist?
I don't. Well, I personally think that she's the meddling monk because she's appearing in every episode in every timeline possible. And
where?
She
appeared in Space Babies.
Yeah, she was in Space
yeah.
Babies.
That's what he said. That's what I'm made. The nostalgia just said.
She was on a screen.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that Susan Twist is the meddling monk.
But what was she in this episode? That was Chord.
She was
the
tea
lady.
Tea lady.
She was what?
When they were in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
And he said that's half a crown, please. And he took offense he like the price of tea.
The older woman?
Yeah.
The one who said
be a big character?
Yeah. The meddling monk, that's what Connor said. The one who said the other tea lady, did you hear about a statuette or something?
But the fact that they also mentioned the Ronnie means that they're allowed to use the Ronnie.
And the Bishop and all them and all our new ones which they've made.
I think that the finale is going to include Ronnie and the meddling monk.
Oh, that would be amazing.
She was such an emphasis like there's no one else like me. Bullshit, the Masters of the Tooth. What the fuck are you talking about?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if the finale was
bastard? You're not the only fucking one.
Could you imagine if the finale was the meddling monk and Rani, and then Susan comes to help the Doctor?
Yeah.
Fucking Masters in a Tooth. Cool. I don't believe that bullshit either that the Masters parked. I don't believe anything they say.
Yeah, I believe that because I genuinely think that everyone is absolutely exhausted with the Master. And do you know what the best thing about this series is, and the thing that I think is going to work out the best for this series? It's the fact that there is no fucking Daleks.
You know what I would do if I was bringing the Master back? I do an episode Terrifying, right, with a terrifying villain, and it turns out, and there's a little boy in the episode, sort of like looking like the Omen type of thing, but supposed to be nice. And then when I would make it that the Master regenerated into a child as a fucking creep, like a nasty, evil fucking kid. I would make the Master be a fucking kid, like the Omen, like the fucking Antichrist, like just looking like that shit, running around. And how the fuck do you beat that? That's what I would do.
I do hope they calm down on the slapstick for the next episode and be a bit more serious, because having two back-to-back kind of really silly episodes, let's be honest, right? I want it to be a bit more settled down and calm down, a bit more serious and a bit more
I just think
intense.
Some of the shit that he's saying, like, I'm just like, my mind is like, what? Like, are you just coming out with shit like the Doctor, like how fucking great my life is, right? And then it's like, oh, your life is fucked, buddy. You're fucked. I mean, like,
I think on the slapstick point, I don't think Boom will have an awful lot of slapstick. It doesn't look very fun.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm hoping it'll be a bit more, intense.
He only does one episode this season, Moffat. That's it, just one.
Yeah, he's just done that one.
But next season he does more though.
He's written the Christmas special as well for this year.
He did.
Oh, he's
nothing to do with a multi-doctor thing or 11th Doctor or
I think the big surprise of Christmas is going to be that it's the first time Stephen Moffat and Russell T Davies have ever written an episode together.
Oh, because Russell T Davies wrote part of it too.
Yeah, I think
can they please just settle down with Shooty's costume changes? There's too many.
I love it.
I don't know. I find it a bit disconcerting.
I got to tell you, I liked his outfit for 2. I liked his outfit for 1. I'm on board with it.
Did you notice that the blue? Did you know that the blue for this suit was the same TARDIS blue that David Tennant wore as the 10th?
All I know is I'm glad they're spending millions of dollars on Shooty Gatwood's attire. That's all.
Okay, fair enough.
To be honest, as well, and thank fuck for this, they've actually fixed the title sequence as well. The title sequence.
Yes.
I gotta say, I like Ruby's outfits too. I like it that they spent a little money on the outfits. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait to see the big yellow coat and bobble hat in a couple of weeks' time as well.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
You
that
really
always
think that
reminds me
the
of Fear.
Daleks are not going to appear?
Yeah, I don't. The Daleks are not going to be in the series. I guarantee. I'm going to put money on it. The
I
Daleks
don't know if that's wise.
The Daleks will not be in this series.
One
could be-
Dalek.
I mean,
There could be a mention of them.
Yeah. I think they definitely get a mention. But
No, $1 Dalek.
in the series.
Not going to be $1.
No,
yeah, but you don't.
Not even going into
don't-
the unit. Not even going into the unit archives, and there's a Dalek chilling in there.
I'm
That you
actually
don't
even
count
going
that.
to go so far to say that I don't even think they'll be in series 2.
No way.
Oh, don't say
No
that.
fucking way.
No,
No way.
I think they'll be in series 2 because
I think
it's
it's-
just like,
I think-
I'd like to
Yeah,
ask you a question. Did
Dom.
the 12th Doctor alter Davros's timeline, or no?
no,
No.
because you only make that.
What?
I think
You're gone, gone.
I think he's just gone in there and said, "I want to." I'm actually.
I don't know.
I'm glad you brought this up because there's been 2 occasions now where I think he's trying to overwrite too much stuff, and the 2 examples is Davros, and the other one is the fact that he actually recently said, which is a very ridiculous quote, about he doesn't like the fact that the sonic screwdriver looks like a gun.
It
Oh,
never
yeah,
looked
I saw
like a
that.
gun, though. It never looked like a
Yeah,
gun.
I thought that was ridiculous thing to say.
I'm not being deceitful. That made me so fucking pissed off. I was like,
I gotta tell you,
how many years has Doctor Who been going, and no kids have ever done like that and been like that?
from judging what he said lately, I am like 99% convinced he's bullshitting us. He's trolling us. He's saying flat out bullshit. And I think there might be something to do with another timeline where maybe to do with the Doctor's meddling or something else, and that there are 2 Davroses. One that is in the chair that still will appear, I feel, and one there where he's not. And the one without, where he's not in the wheelchair, the weaker timeline Daleks or whatever.
Set forward the meddling monk.
I'm just saying, I have a feeling.
I know,
full
I'm
of
just
shit. I
saying.
have a feeling Davros is going to reappear in the wheelchair.
No, I don't think he will because he genuinely believes in this whole thing about Davros appearing in a wheelchair.
But he never invented the dog. So let's be clear. Let's be clear. He didn't get the accident becoming Davros in the wheelchair from being a child in an explosion minefield. He got it damaged when he was already big in the army or whatever he was, and a lead scientist. And after the explosion, after whatever, his rage created the Daleks. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So now you're saying that he invented the Daleks without the rage, without the accident?
Well,
No, the Daleks were created to further the existence of the Carlets. That's all he was doing.
They were created from his genius being filled with rage. But not rage as in against the war, rage as in he got into he had the accident that happened to him.
I think
no.
I feel like
the rage, the hatred, channeled the energy into creating the Daleks. He blamed the other race for making him disfigured. And he had a newfound hatred for them.
Well, yeah, he's always had that. They've always been fighting.
But that's
for
why
thousands
the
of
Daleks
years.
were created, because he was in an accident.
No, the Daleks were created because the Carlet race was dying out, and he wanted to.
That's one reason, but it's also another reason that they were created because of his rage and hatred and anger at the accident.
I don't think that the 2 are mutually exclusive. I think that the reason why he created the Daleks was to further the existence of the Carlets, but
correct. But I also feel that the mindset, the way he was, where they were like fucking the Nazis, was the fact that he fucking had pure rage and hatred.
Yeah. So
blaming them. Okay, let me give an example. Remember how Anakin Skywalker is on the lava planet. His legs are burning off. He's burning. He's on fire. And he's screaming at Obi-Wan, I hurt you! Right? Pure in agony, in pain. His rage, his brain. He's so pissed and angry. It keeps him alive. So the Emperor can have the robots build that shit around him, right? So his rage was channeling him to keep himself alive. Just like his rage channeled him to survive the accident and allow the scientists to give him an apparatus like
that's true. That point's true. That makes sense. Because that's what it was in the...
Yes, he was creating something to extend the Khalid race, but at the same time hated the other race where he wanted to develop something to destroy them.
Yes, and that was the whole point.
The accident. It's because of the accident. Now you're saying the accident never happened. It doesn't fucking make sense.
Well, he doesn't want to make disabled people out to
but
be...
it's still... Then explain you changed the fucking timeline then.
Well, he did say that because David Tennant did mention something in that little mini-show about the timeline.
So in other words...
Yeah.
So now the timeline around the Daleks have changed, and it wrapped around the current timeline, which has always been. So now every single story with the Daleks before fucking the 60th anniversary doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that didn't happen, how could the flux happen? How could all this stuff happen?
How could the Time Lord Victoria's time start on Mars with
He even said Ruby Sunday's still alive because she's with him, right? She's a paradox. She can exist out of time and space because of the TARDIS, right? Even two Amy Ponds could have existed, right? So you're saying that something just shaped the universe to where the Daleks' whole history was altered, but yet the Doctor's history is not altered. Unit's not altered. The Earth's not altered, but nobody remembers them. So it's like a Mandela effect. Right? It's like a Mandela effect. Like it did happen, but everything changed.
Yeah.
But you can't just not explain it. You can't just have Davros show up without a wheelchair and I'm Davros and everything and we did this in the Time War. But what about you in a wheelchair then? You can't just just because you're a showrunner, you can't just things have to fucking make sense. You can't just be like, oh, I don't have to. No, you do have to.
It still pissed me off in Space Baby seeing Mavity after all this time.
Oh, they mentioned Mavity again?
Yeah, no, they're on the screen when you only got the planet information up. It said Mavity.
Fucking fix that.
They've got to, ain't they? Surely.
When are they going to fix that?
When the timeline fixes.
So the timeline's broken.
Yeah.
There you go.
That makes sense then.
I think that going back to the whole thing about the Legend of Ruby Sunday being about it being a film, I think that we're still in the toy maker's realm.
But the toy maker's in our realm.
Yeah. So I think the two have combined. And the toy maker's realm is bleeding into reality. The
funny thing is, in the original toy maker story, it was said that if he gets defeated, then him and all his universe, his realm gets destroyed. So he was defeated by two doctors. So are you telling me he's still around?
But I thought the first time you made him revert to a baby. Didn't you make him revert to a baby?
Maybe because Tennant created a superstition at the end of the universe with the salt. The toy maker is not defeated, but only temporarily kind of held.
Neil Patrick Harris is coming back.
I don't necessarily think that Neil Patrick Harris will come back, but I think that it's just meant that he's somewhere far away being held by the salt, but his realm still exists.
But he's in the unit thing. He's in unit headquarters in the basement.
Well, someone picked up that ring, though. Someone picked up that ring, though, didn't they?
Not the ring, the tooth.
Yeah,
the tooth.
Yeah, but the realm must still exist because she came into existence, Maestro. So,
But they still have to
probably
explain
right about the realm.
that whole thing about Russell T was saying about the bioregeneration is complete bullshit because he's lying to distract what it really is. Because the doctor already basically said it's Toymaker's fault. But they got to explain that too.
Yeah, the whole biogeneration thing is just. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. From my take on the bioregeneration now, after the Devil's Chord reveal or whatever I consider, when the reason why the 15th Doctor goes, will someone explain to me what the hell is going on here? Now, if he was directly coming from the 14th Doctor, he would know what the hell is going on here. So technically, because of the Toymaker's chaos, he is plucked from the future, correct?
Yeah, so he's brought back in the timeline.
So he had already done stuff as his Doctor, right? So, in other words, David Tennant's 14th Doctor has to become Shooty.
Yes.
So when David Tennant's Doctor regenerates into Shooty, that's the real regeneration. And what we saw so in other words, that should happen in a finale. That's why I heard they brought David Tennant in to finish it off. And that would make sense how he's retired as a Doctor, because basically they finished his story off. He does regenerate into Shooty, and it's over. And they're not bringing back the Meta-Crisis Doctor. They're not doing any of that crap.
I don't think we'll ever see Tennant's regeneration into Shooty on screen.
Why?
Because I don't think that Tennant's coming back.
Now, did David Tennant quit because of all this stuff lately about that people been fighting him about his wife, Georgia?
He didn't quit. He didn't quit.
What I'm saying is
just...
Is there a reason
to come back? I don't want Tennant back again, to be honest.
No, do I. And
I want him back to regenerate into Shooty.
Russell T Davies might just explain that he regenerates and then Shooty feels it in another planet or something, and then it carries on.
Basically, what we saw is what we got. Is what we get.
The Doctor in Ruby Sunday, right? That's the actual regeneration from David Tennant completed, right? But the Doctor we saw in Battling the Toymaker was a future 15th Doctor, correct?
No, that's the same Doctor.
Yeah, you're right. That's the same one. We've had the regeneration, even though it was different. That's the regeneration.
So when David Tennant's Doctor dies, so what is he going to become?
Well, we have to kind of forget that the gap now between Tennant and we have Tennant's Doctor is just going through a healing period.
But so he still has regeneration energy. He's not a half Doctor. He could basically regenerate to Joe Martin for all we know.
No, don't do that. You'll complicate things even more.
What I'm just saying is, he's not a half Doctor. He's not a copy. He's the 14th Doctor. He could regenerate still. You got to merge them back. It doesn't make sense.
That's why it's not done before. That's why you said it's
merge
unusual.
Them back.
But
it doesn't make sense. It's not like Wi-Fi where all the 14th Doctor's current memories go into the 15th Doctor's brain. He's doing shit right now, the 14th Doctor. They have to fix it.
It won't get fixed, I don't think,
Why
Joe.
not? It makes no sense.
I know it doesn't make no sense, but this is Russell T Davies, and I don't think this is the way he's going to do it.
Oh, they've just released a clip from Boom. I'm going to watch this.
Oh.
What?
On Twitter, probably.
Oh. You mean Boo? Oh, Doom. As in, I thought you meant Doctor Doom, but you're not. You're talking about Boom.
I want to watch it too. But...
That looks really atmospheric. This could genuinely be a masterpiece from Moffat.
Well, they said already something about it's going to be a memorable episode. They said.
Stephen Moffat is capable of just writing the most ridiculously great Doctor Who.
When he was in the showrunner, he could write like genius at times. Then when he became showrunner, it just went downhill.
I feel bad for you, Scott. That you didn't see the episode.
Yeah, Scott, say something, man. Interject.
Why are you making of it, Scott?
I feel bad.
1 minute.
He's trying to watch it, I think.
Okay.
Here now, he's trying to watch a clip.
I was wondering why he was just sitting there. I
think he was watching the episode because he didn't get to see it.
Oh,
yeah, he wanted to be here anyway, but he just.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say.
Yeah, because so far all 6 that I'm going to, I don't know if it's God saying you're being safe, but every time
we'll talk. We'll find a way, Scott. We'll talk about it off air.
Oh, got some breaking news, and it's not Doctor Who related; it's Star Wars related.
Go ahead.
Sigourney Weaver is joining the Star Wars universe.
As what?
Oh,
she's going to be in the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Great.
Oh, okay.
Sigourney Weaver.
We all know how that goes.
Acolyte. I'm looking forward to the Acolyte, but I'm just a bit worried.
That makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Why?
The Acolyte? Because Yoda said there was like fucking hundreds of years that there's never been a Sith. And this is only 100 years before, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
It's something like that, isn't it?
Yoda said there was like 500 years or 1,000 years that there's no Sith. This is 100 years before fucking. How does that make any sense? It's called, hey, let's just add some shit and make some cool shit and fuck with history. Who cares? Nobody fucking gives a fuck anyway.
It's called the Doctor Who effect, mate.
No, it wasn't a toilet, so who gives a fuck? Nobody will question it. You got fucking Sith
what?
I don't know where this is anything.
Right?
Why is everyone having a go at James Gunn's Superman?
Because it looks like Star-Lord's pajamas. It does. It looks like a Guardians of the Galaxy suit that never worked that they just threw in the garbage.
It
looks like Guardians of the Galaxy stuff that they wore.
It's like one of the ones that got rejected, and it was like, no, this ain't going to work for him. And then it's like, oh, we'll save it. Hang on, we'll use it on Superman.
First of all, you would never see Christopher Reeve sitting down, putting on fucking tights while the goddamn buildings are exploding. You know what I think? I always say this, right? You hear me say this a lot, like how I want them to have a PR person. Like I want Russell T. Davies to shut the and Shooty too. As much as I love their shit, like just shut the fuck. James Gunn too. He needs a PR person, literally, because do not. You know what? My whole thing was don't put shit out at all about Superman. Just let everybody watch it. Don't spoil anything. Fuck it. You don't need to do shit like that. But now because he did it, he thought he had in his fucking twisted philosophy brain, a little bit of an ego. I'm gonna show this. He fucking ruined his whole movie because everybody condemned the goddamn thing that sucks. So now he just screwed over the whole entire DC future universe, destroyed it completely because of one picture he had to fucking release that didn't even think it through. That sucks. And nobody gives a shit now. And not only that nobody gives a shit, but also you have every superhero and their mother in a Superman movie, like it's the Avengers or some shit, or Justice League. Nobody gives a shit about any superhero other than Superman in a Superman movie. So this isn't like, get them out of there. Get them out of there. It doesn't belong in there.
To be fair, if that is true about the fact that like everyone's hating on the costume, James Gunn wasn't the first person to reveal the costume because actually there were set photos that came out like
still sucks.
A couple of months ago, which actually showed David Corran sweat in the.
But it still sucks. The suit sucks.
I mean, I'm not particularly into Superman, so I don't have a kind of opinion on it. Like, if Batman came out and was wearing fucking pajamas, I'd have a problem with that. Like,
this is why we have to bring back the Everything Show also. Because I have a lot to say about seeing Ghostbusters too, and you know it's not all pleasant, but it's just.
I enjoyed the last one. That was quite good.
You know what? Fuck it. People go off on tangents with their own shit anyway. Even John Camp. Fuck it. So even though this is a real Whovians cast, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna break that rule. So the whole point is, all these movies are not making the money anymore because whatever we did, we pissed off all these countries that nobody wants to show them overseas. So they're not making hundreds of millions from China anymore. They're not making hundreds of million other places that added up to make it what it is. And Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is making less than the female Ghostbusters shit. And the fact that it's taking 5 weeks to make $5 million is fucking pathetic. But also the fact that this is not our Ghost. You have to understand something. Like, his father did Ghostbusters. He was the child. He had a vision of children being Ghostbusters because he was a Ghostbuster. He was a kid running around the firehouse as a kid and envisioned kids being Ghostbusters. And that was his vision and his generation, right? My whole philosophy is that, like, I understand that they making it that it's Spangler's legacy, right? But it wasn't just Spangler. And he wasn't the leader either. Bill Murray, Venkman was the leader. He's the one that made them get the firehouse. He's the one that brought them together. He's the one that pushed them together. He's the fucking leader of the Ghostbusters. Everything that goes. Winston Zeddemore was taking dead-end jobs. He just took it to make a buck. He wasn't a fucking genius to make a multi-billion-dollar company.
No.
You just did that because you wanted to make it that he's best Ghostbuster financially, right? And then you make it that the geniuses are stupid, that they can't even have quarters to ring together.
Let's just put it this way. It's virtual signaling and it's DEI.
But you're making it that they're stupid. Like, these guys that invent the proton packs and all this other shit, and they can't collect money. They can't do shit. Like, that just makes no sense. And not only that, but okay, now the family's living in the fucking firehouse, right?
Remember, in today's culture, if you're white, you're male, and you're straight, you're pretty much.
But
it's perfectly all right for you to discriminate.
But here's the thing: Winston Zeddemore a fucking millionaire, right? A millionaire, right? So he could have bought them a fucking house. They didn't have to live in the firehouse. He could have bought them a fucking house. He's using his money to have a research fucking facility that costs billions of dollars, but you can't afford to buy them a fucking house.
Doesn't make sense.
You're retarded. You're fucking retarded. Buy them a fucking house. And the firehouse belongs to... So in other words, fucking Ray, who loves being a Ghostbuster, he's listening to Winston not to get hurt, and he's just watching as these assholes are going... I'm not saying they're assholes, but I'm saying they're assholes. These assholes are in his fucking car that he fucking fixed, that he's underneath the hood repairing the fucking Ecto one himself. Now these assholes are in his house, in his car, eating his fucking food, and he's just fucking in some stupid ass shop with books. Like, what the fuck? And he's become Vinkman, when Vinkman had a talk show host, he's become that character. And Vinkman all of a sudden is super intelligent, like having his studies. Like, he invented the study, not Egon. Right? Isn't that weird? Like, what the fuck is happening? But also too, like, I look forward to seeing the old Ghostbusters together, right? But we don't need to rehash, I'm the keymaster, I'm the gatekeeper. Now you got the fire master. You're stealing shit from the original stuff. You're copying, and the budget was so bad they had to fight in the firehouse. You ran out of money and they had to fight in the firehouse. And then Walter Peck. Why don't we have a fucking proper scene with Bill Murray and Venkman and Walter Peck? Like, he's, this guy. With all the money in, you mean to tell me it was going to cost $1 million to give Bill Murray a couple of lines to talk to Walter Peck? We've been waiting for these motherfuckers to punch each other out for fucking decades. And the more they're on with each other, he's like, this guy again. And then he's like, I'm popular as a mayor, so let me fucking be with the Ghostbusters now. They
use all the money. They use all the money to copyright.
Hold on 1 second. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right. You can take over, Connor. Go ahead.
Right, I was going to say, going back to Doctor Who just for a second. What I didn't like as well is how they kept retelling like Doctor Who, like it's just been bored. You know what I'm saying? When he kept saying like, "I'm from Gallifrey," and this and that. I thought you don't need to do that. Everybody knows what Doctor Who's about and what it's. Why do they keep doing that every time?
Yeah,
I know it's a soft release.
I think he does it for the new companion, doesn't he?
It's for the new
Every time
companion.
the first episode comes around, it's just like a retelling of Rose.
What made me blooming I spat out my drink because I heard it was when the doctor said to that Paul, he said Mr. Epstein sent me. Why mention that name? You know,
Because the Beatles manager was Brian Epstein.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So did this Epstein individual leave him hanging?
That's very good.
a little Brian Epstein joke. A little Brian Epstein joke.
What?
A Brian Epstein joke. Because I said, why did you mention Mr. Epstein? And then Scott said, what did he leave him hanging?
Oh shit! All right, so I want to ask this question. Start with Connor, and then everybody else. What do these two episodes do for Doctor Who's legacy now? How is it going to be received to the whole?
I think
all of us as a Real Whovians cast. We also have competitors, of course, and we have other people that do podcasts and stuff that we interacted with in the past. How do you think you have, in my opinion, I'm going to say my opinion, right? You have a shit episode and you have a great, excellent episode. How is that going to go over with everybody?
From what I've seen on social media so far, the reception to both episodes has actually been very good.
Both episodes.
People like Space Babies, but people love Devil's Chord.
Correct.
So, I think it's a good start to the series. I genuinely think that we're on for a repeat of like a Series 1, Series 4, or Series 5 run, where it's just an all-round great series. I would include Series.
What's the thing about Chris Watts? The guy was saying, SNES.
Oh yeah, Chris Waits. Yeah.
Yeah, what is that about?
Chris Waits.
Yeah, Nostalgia put Connor. Did you notice that after?
Can you see the comment section of people talking?
Oh yeah, did you notice that after Maestro said the one who waits is coming when the Doctor and Ruby go on?
Oh, Chris Waits. I just got so that's who the one who waits.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
The one who waits.
Chris Waits, meaning Chibnall, you're fucking out of here. No,
it's probably Eccleston.
No,
hang on. It's the one who waits, the one that the toy maker got scared of and ran away.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the Black Guardian, or no?
Oh.
Could be.
It's got to be something like. It's got to be something like that.
Connor, didn't you say Sutekh was the villain for the finale?
Well, because of the sand, everyone thinks that Sutekh is the villain.
That would be great if they bring everybody else back. Why not?
Sutekh would make a lot of sense because Sutekh can take many forms. He's not just.
But Sutekh is God from this universe, like one of the gods, not from the other universe. Right?
Yeah, but he would be outside of the pantheon.
But Sutekh. You have to remember, Sutech's from a planet called Osiris. As a planet in itself, in its universe. So he's not actually a god. He's just got godlike powers like the rest of these people.
Oh. Fuck me. How do you?
They can bend.
Didn't the Jaggeroth condemn Sutekh? Because wasn't the Jaggeroth around during Egyptian time? Didn't he imprison Sutekh? The Jaggeroth technically.
No, the Jaggeroth was just there because he was sprinted. He was sprinted throughout time.
But
that's all that is.
But didn't he? Because he was around this time during Sutekh. Didn't he see Sutekh as a threat? And he was wasn't he part of that?
Wait,
no.
Sutech's not a god.
What?
No, he's not a god. He's from a planet. He's from a planet Osiris.
Right, but I'm just saying, didn't?
Yeah.
Yes.
What? Do you know what? I've learned something new. I genuinely thought even
go and watch Pyramid and Mars again. And they mention it quite a few times. So
I genuinely thought he was a god.
No, it's just another being with.
He's afraid of him as a god.
Yeah.
Remember, he said that's the one I fear.
The
He has godlike powers.
Yeah, the Egyptians worship them as gods, but they're
Which is
not
probably
gods.
why
They're just
Russell
from
T.
another
Davis
planet.
is symphoning off of Pyramids of Mars because he's like the Doctor was afraid of godlike people, so that makes sense that the Doctor's running his ass away.
Is there any other characters in expanded media apart from him from that planet of his species, or is he the only?
His sister, Seknek is in a Peter Davison story. She what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Seknek. She's the goddess of blood. She sucks souls. She takes people's souls.
But what about the Mara? That wasn't related to them, right?
No.
The Mara is from another planet as well. So that's from a planet.
And what was that race of people that the Doctor mentioned in Space Babies? When he said, when he said, when he was talking to Jocelyn and then she said about the one beginning with D. When he said when he was going through the planet and said, "Oh, they're lovely people." Oh, something.
My audio. I didn't hear much. My audio of it was awful.
You know what I'm on about, don't you, Connor?
Yeah, I know. I can't remember the name, but I know which scene you're on about.
All right, so let's just go over so Boom is next, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And then the fourth one is what? Yards?
73
Rogue.
yards.
Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough.
So, is there any episodes as big on par like Devil's Chord? The Ruby one, right? Because here's the thing. Let's separate the episodes according to importance, right?
Yeah.
Is there an episode as big as the Devil's Chord?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them are going to play a part in.
No, but one like that. Like, in other words, if you watch, let's say, this whole season, if it was done, right? And so let's just go to the episodes that are important, not the fucking shitty ass secondary bullshit like Space Babies.
Probably the finale then.
So in other words, you're talking about Devil's Chord, and then it's 2-part finale, isn't it? So it's the Legend of Ruby Sunday and the Empire. What is it? The
Empire of Death.
Empire of Death.
Yeah, Empire of Death.
Which is a superb title for a Doctor episode.
I love that title. Brilliant.
So if you're looking at it, out of all of them, them three could be the ones that you could really look at and go, "Well, I'm watching again."
Empire of Death has to do with the Pantheon, right?
Well, again,
could be
the Empire of Death.
Empire of Death sounds.
Or is that Sutek?
Sounds very Sutek-y to me, but
yeah.
But they said that her origin gets revealed in the last episode, like Ruby. Like, you get it out of the way. It's not going to be part of the second season.
You meet her mum, who's going to be played by Helena Bonham Carter.
Is that what it is?
Sorry,
yeah. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
Russell T. Davies always wanted Helena Bonham Carter to be on.
Right? Is that what they're going to make it?
Apparently, someone leaked yesterday on Twitter that Helena Bonham Carter is in one scene in the finale, and she's playing Ruby's mum.
And she's probably the
Ronnie. Well, why would the Ronnie be Ruby's mum? The Ronnie is very cold and calculated. She don't want daughters.
The Ronnie used the chameleon thing to make it that she's human, and that's why it appears that Ruby's human, but she's not really human.
No, I think Ruby is the product of a god.
Yeah.
Possibly Sutek.
Sutek's daughter?
Played by Susan Twist, because Susan Twist in the finale is called Susan Triad. Susan Triad owns a tech company. Sue, short for Susan, tech company.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That's fucking.
Wow! I didn't even think that. I didn't even think of that. Right?
Back, motherfuckers.
Sue Tech. That's brilliant, Connor. I didn't even think that. Well done.
That's pretty impressive. That's like
wow.
That's
we could be wrong, of course, but it's good for now. I like
That's
it.
pretty fucking impressive.
And why would you get an actress called Susan Twist to play an interesting character that's important to the if she's not going to be the twist?
So she's going to be
Exactly.
Sutek?
I think that because she's called in the finale, her character is going to be called Susan Triad. She owns a tech company.
Yeah.
I think that the twist is going to be that she's Sutek.
So
you
Sutek
imagine that?
escaped. Sutek escaped that whole thing that the doctor put him in.
Which would explain also why Sutek, why she's in. I mean, is Sutek all evil, or is
Yes. He's completely evil. He's without conscience, without anything. He's the worst you can get in regards to evil.
It makes a lot of sense then to disguise him as an old woman in bouncing around time. Like that would feel a little kind of ridiculous for Sutek.
But then, why would he have a daughter? Because, like I said, I don't understand why Rue would be his daughter, because he has no kind of that kind of stuff in him to do that, to have that. So I don't think it's. I don't know though.
So what's the explanation of why she's in half the season of season 2?
Because I think in the finale, she dies and then something happens.
She dies, Ruby?
I think she dies, but because she's a god, something happens and
she
comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets reconstituted.
And she comes back because she's a companion, so she's joining with the other companions. Is that what it is?
She's basically. I don't think she's going to be traveling around in the TARDIS as much.
Like he thinks she's dead, probably.
Yeah,
but then she's not dead.
No. But she will be dead. But if she, like Connor said, she'll be brought back to life and then continue traveling with the Doctor for a little bit, but not as often.
I think she'll be a bit like Martha in Series 4.
So you don't think it's going to be like, let's say that? Okay, so you don't think it's going to be like they filmed it out of order and that she's with them towards the end and not the beginning?
She's definitely in episode 4 in the finale. That's all we know so far.
Yeah.
Episode 4 in the finale. What do you mean?
Yeah. Of Series 2.
She's in episode 4 of season. All right, so season 2 is also comprised of 8 episodes?
Yes.
Yes.
They're all going to be 8 episodes.
Yep.
Yeah, from now on, yeah.
Okay, and so I believe everybody's back home now, right? Because I know Russell T. Davies was lingering in New York. He was going to different plays and stuff like that. Then they went to California. They went to Disney with the TARDIS in there. So everybody's back home right now?
I think maybe
will be.
Maybe either today or tomorrow.
Because I know that an interesting thing is that they went to see the play with Jinx Monsoon, right? And they went to see the other guys play. They went to see so everybody's been asking me in the background. I didn't really bring this up, but I'm well aware they were here, but certain things personally has been going on in my life that I wasn't able to go in the city to find them or whatever. So again, it's unfortunate, but I would have, went into the city. I know where they went. Good Morning America. I pass by it all the time and all these different places. So yeah, I would have loved to meet them. Not that I probably could have or whatever, but I find it interesting. He went to see Grant Gustin's play, Russell T. Davies.
Oh, The Flash. Oh, that's nice.
Yes. And I don't know if maybe he'll want to ask him for a role or something. Who knows? But it's just.
Wait, I thought he went to go see Jonathan.
Just watch. Grant Gustin will probably figure in Doctor Who.
What?
Was it Grant Gustin? Because I thought he went to go see Jonathan Groff's play.
He did.
That's what
I said he lingered when they went he stood in New York. Now I'm wondering, here's the thing. We know the last time they lingered in New York for a little bit was scouting for future seasons for Angels Take Manhattan. So I'm wondering if they were scouting for locations for the sequel to Angels Take Manhattan, because basically Moffat was like Moffat wanted to do something with the Weeping Angels and Sally Sparrow, and Russell T Davies told him to write it. So that would be season 3.
Don't think they can afford to shoot in New York. Probably.
I beg to differ with the Disney Plus budget.
The Disney Plus budget is not that substantially bigger than what we're already getting.
But it costs a lot of money to put the fucking TARDIS in the fucking trains in the subways.
Yeah. That's not Moffat. Let
me tell you something. They had the money back then with Moffat. You mean to tell me him of all people who probably get way more money? They're gonna I'm telling you right now, they're gonna film in New York again.
You're not going to see a huge, because R2D actually said that the way that they're using the new budget is kind of more intelligently, because, for example...
But when he wanted to be not intelligent, he spent tons of money on Planet of the Dead. More than he's ever spent in his fucking life.
A lot of the new budget, for example, has gone into things like being able to get the SFX correct for...
Right, and Shooty's underwear also.
A baby to have a moving mouth. So,
right,
for example,
Shooty's underwear. Right.
And the budget's probably also gone on for trying to get classic villains back.
Well, I'm sure they had to pay quite a bit to mention the Ronnie's fucking name.
I mean, they probably had to pay Jinx Monsoon a fair bit, because Jinx Monsoon's not exactly a small name.
No. I gotta tell you, I fucking love the shit out of her, and I said fucking absolutely bring her ass back.
So I'm going back to Miss Flood. When do you think we'll see her again?
Oh my God, I don't know. I'm sure we'll see her.
I think she's the one. I think she was the one up.
No,
I think she's the one up.
I think the only character that is going to recur in terms of big name guest stars is Jonathan Groff.
I think she'll appear before he regenerates.
Because I think
even if it's like a send off, the Maestro. I think even if it's a send off and then going back to the
No, I think it's the one off. I think that's the one off with
I don't know.
that we had.
But I think Jonathan Groff is going to become the new Captain Jack.
Is that what he is?
He's a time maker, isn't he?
Yeah, but who's
the toy maker?
He's a time agent.
Oh, is that what he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
He is the vortex manipulator?
Something to that.
Maybe I think so.
Is he Captain Jack's son or some shit?
He'll be pretty much like Captain Jack, because obviously John Barrowman can.
So they're never going to bring him again? Is that they're done with that? Is that what?
No, and I'm glad that they don't, because I don't like John Barrowman.
Oh.
I think he's a weirdo. Like,
yeah.
you don't need to go on a set and swing your dick out in front of Elizabeth Sladen.
Are we still getting into that? Are we still talking about this decades later?
I don't understand.
But then Shooty wants to twerk a villain to death. So what are you talking about?
That's Russell T Davis's mindset, though.
He just said it in the magazine. He's on a whip. Didn't he, Connor?
There's a difference between saying it in an interview and actually doing it.
I'm going to be very serious and funny at the same time with you. I'm going to be very serious. I'm going to have my glasses down like this, like the doctor. I'm going to talk to you.
Please don't twerk.
Shooty Gatwa said he loved, and this is not exact words, but he loved whipping out his Time Lord cock to twerk a villain to death and just defeat the villain. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, I remember he said
that. Yeah, but
he said that in an interview while being funny. John Barrowman actually went and swung his dick out in front of Elizabeth Sladen
because he was listening to the song "Put Your on My Shoulder." No,
but again, I think.
Oh my God!
But I think John. I would love to see John.
He thought that's what it is.
I would love to see John Barrowman back, but I think he's burned enough bridges at the BBC now.
I think John Barrowman as well. I don't know. You might remember this. He came out on Twitter, or it might have been Twitter or Facebook, and he fucking shat on M. Night Shyamalan.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. I was fucking excited. But listen, this is the same guy that Russell T. Davies wrote that he stuck the gun up his ass.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
So it's Russell's fault.
No.
Russell was firing blanks there.
Russell created that, though.
Russell is very much to blame for a lot of the culture of what John Barrowman was doing.
But that episode, his thing was out. He was naked. There wasn't no bag. It was out. There's your Time Lord thing. It wasn't them. There's your timing right there.
There's a difference between having to do it as part of a script.
But he liked how it felt, so he says, "Hey, I'm going to do this on the set of Arrow. Fuck it."
Well, I don't think Elizabeth Sladen wants to see John Barrowman's dick.
But she's not around anymore.
Oh, that fucking killed her off.
Connor. She was.
Come on, Connor.
She wasn't the only one victim to his dick, though. Let's be honest. He done it quite to a lot of people.
Listen, this is
no, I bet if he was around in this day and age, he'd make Bonnie Langford have a suck of it.
Oh shit! I have to mention it though. Come on, bro. Shit.
Oh my god! Characters.
We all know
Glitz.
she's a bit of a screamer, don't we?
Sauron. Jesus Christ.
Screamer. Doctor! It's too big, Doctor!
Oh,
At least he never done anything around Jodie Whittaker.
Oh,
well, who would touch that woman?
Her American fiance has.
Do you realize behind the scenes I got this new faction of Whovians after me now? Do you realize that now? it's funny to you, right? Where people will be J-bots going after other people. But it's a new formation now. It's a regenerated thing of J-bots who I call Whovian, which going on Twitter saying that Doctor Who belongs to the Democratic Party and Biden.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
That's that Lizzie person. Yeah, that Lizzie person.
And then what happened was she sent her fucking pantheon of gods, Starbucks fucking Whovian Yenta bitches after me writing shit on my goddamn YouTube channel. They're like, we want you out of the Whovian community. Do you see that? Listen, if you ever want to have fucking entertainment, you piss off me and tell me you want me out of the Whovian community, and you're gonna get it done.
Well, it's
started Whovians who wore fucking.
It's all right. Give it 5 minutes. Give it 5 minutes, everyone, and we'll start singing. You shall not be moved.
Right.
I've actually got a question for this woman. Then, can Sleepy Joe even sit through an episode of Doctor Who without falling asleep?
He ain't took his medication, does he, Connor?
Who's Sleepy Joe?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Oh yeah. No, he didn't probably know what it is. He probably didn't know who Mark Hamill was. When
he probably sees the TARDIS and goes, "Can we capture that?"
We all know the U.S. government was naming fucking drones called Daleks that they wanted to hunt. That's a little bit ridiculous.
It's all right. Bam is going to introduce the cyber.
That's smart. Let's actually make real Daleks. That's great fucking genius there.
Yeah, copyright.
They don't give a fuck. Look at the Space Force.
I know.
Goddamn fucking Star Trek insignia. Fucking United Federation of Planets, which is Starfleet. Oh, crazy.
Star Trek exists in the Doctor Who universe.
Oh yeah,
it does.
Yeah, that's a TV show, right?
Yeah, it's a TV show, I think. Yeah,
it's a TV show. Yeah. So does Ghostbusters Back to the Future as a TV show and movies. Yeah. Shit.
Okay.
So is that episode connected about them being in a movie because Jinx Monsoon's Maestro was playing the Doctor Who theme music?
Yeah, she was.
That was a very nice transition. So she started playing
that was pretty hard. I gotta say that was pretty hard.
And on the jukebox.
Yeah, and then there was that transition also where they come out of the time vortex and then immediately change to seeing the space baby station.
Did the toy maker put the jukebox in the fucking TARDIS?
No, John Barrowman did.
Listen, I told you if the original timeline stayed intact, I was running for office. I told you that I was going to get into politics, and then I even said when I became president of the United States, I put a TARDIS in the fucking White House, and I make everybody go crazy.
I love the new TARDIS. I really do. It's very, very nice TARDIS.
The lighting is amazing in that. Yeah.
So now, Rose Noble appears. She's going to be in the whole episode, huh?
She's in the finale, yeah.
Finale.
Okay.
Oh, great. So we're going to have the whole
Donna Noble too,
Shebang.
or no?
I mean,
No, Donna won't be in it.
proper pronoun
Oh.
garbage.
Because
We already have
with a dick.
Scott. If you watched, there was so many goddamn messages in Space Babies. It was like
Yeah.
that, but hidden messages all over the fucking place.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh god.
All over the motherfucking place, bro.
Hello, Daniel.
well, Maestro corrected the man of her pronouns
Oh, yeah.
at the start of the episode as well.
Them,
Oh
innit?
bloody hell.
She said them.
And first of all, in the 20s, you don't know what the fuck a pronoun is.
Yeah.
Like that's weird. Like he didn't know what the fuck to say because he didn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
am them. I am they. I am them. You're like,
I
what
thought
are you
he-
talking about?
I thought he was going to say, is that his name of a car?
But it's the 20s. How the fuck? Like, come
I
on.
know.
So she exists outside of time, Connor, because they're in the future and she's there, and then she's the same person that she just saw in the future in the past.
Well,
'Cause
she's a
god,
god,
right?
She can just get anywhere she wants, really.
Pop
Yeah.
anywhere.
Time travel is of no significance to her
Because she's a god.
because she's a god. Yeah,
So what's wrong with the TARDIS? That he said something's wrong with the TARDIS.
I have no idea because I need to go back and
Oh.
rewatch it.
You didn't see that scene?
I saw the
Yeah,
whole
I did.
episode. I can't remember that scene.
They're on the road, and
Abbey
the
Road.
TARDIS made a fucking sound, and he turned around and he's like, and she's like, and he said basically in so many words, it's not related to this. Like it's something else. It's something's wrong with the TARDIS, but it's not related to the Maestro. It's something else.
It keeps crashing when it's landing. It keeps crashing into walls and
Well, you saw what he did
Kitty Royal.
sneakily, right? You saw what he did sneakily, right? Like he did with the 11th
Yeah.
Doctor. He's fucking scanning fucking Clara, right? So he made
Oh,
the
yeah.
TARDIS, he made the
Yeah.
TARDIS scan her. So then the TARDIS talked to the Doctor like, "Hey, you need to dump this bitch," and he's like, "Whoa,
I
this is
tried
wrong."
to
Yeah,
I tried to read what it says on the screen on the scanning screen. I couldn't read it. It was too
It said,
small.
it said no.
The TARDIS is basically telling him, "Yo, dump her ass home."
Yeah. It said Philip, like 19 years, 5 hours, Homo sapien.
Yeah, but the TARDIS basically said to the Doctor in language, "Dump her ass," because
You're
something's wrong.
screwed, basically. If you keep on.
what happened? What happened in the TARDIS after he scanned her? Started snowing
Again.
Yes.
again.
So let's think about that for a second now.
Yeah.
Is time reverting back to when she was a baby?
No idea.
Like
I don't
rewinding back to
know.
that moment?
There's too many moving parts with this storyline now because
And the
the
timeline changed, he said, because he got to talk to her mother, whoever, and she did that weird signal to him, like "fuck off" or "shut the fuck up" or whatever.
Well, yeah, there was the vision. He had kind of the vision of her.
It was so it was a psychic link,
I think,
like
yeah,
the timeless child
yeah.
implanted in his brain with bed sheets. No, I mean,
I know.
it is. What did the Doctor, after everything he went through, said? You know what? I think I need to go on the fucking rooftop at Unit HQ and get the Master's Tooth. Wouldn't you fucking do that? Honestly, I would.
I would like to know who just
Well-
picked everything up.
Fucking
Do you know what?
I thought it was Jing.
What?
What's that, Connor?
Because he's obviously going to go back. You know how he was talking about if they go back to the church,
Yeah.
and they do the whole the fall into a deep and dark paradox, which is a nice callback to Father's Day, by the way.
But we already had a paradox.
Good.
We saw the future of the Earth being fucking destroyed because of Maestro. So you already have a paradox.
I do hope that the Time Reapers from
Father's Day.
Father's Day appear again.
I don't think they will, but
Yeah.
I think that was a foreshadowing that the Earth was going to be in a paradox in the last episode. Didn't they say besides the fact that it might be a death, that it's a big loss for him?
I think they just said that there's gonna be devastation, and not everyone comes out of it alive. Which obviously
Well, that would
means
explain the TARDIS. That
The
would explain the TARDIS looking like the way it did in that clip, where it's covered in moss and stuff
the
like that.
ultimate bad thing you could possibly do to Doctor. The worst thing you could possibly do to Doctor is destroy the Earth, and he can't fix it. Like the Earth is destroyed, blowing up everything. And then he's looking out the TARDIS. Look at that scene. He's looking out the TARDIS, and he's like upset and crying and shit. If you're looking out in space, you're seeing that the Earth just blew up. Now
and he reminds him of home.
Now you can't go to Earth now. You're fucked.
There's 2 places that he loves that have gone. Basically.
Yeah, but you have to remember who had the power.
Well, at the beginning, before all this timeless child bollocks, he liked
There's only 2
Gallifrey,
places that he's been into more: Earth and Trenzalore.
Yeah,
he lived like 800 years on Trenzalore or whatever the fuck it was.
I'm sick of this whole thing with Gallifrey as well. Like, decide whether Gallifrey and the Time Lords exist or don't. You know, just make.
Yeah, but now the new reason why they're dead is genocide, meaning the Master killed them. That's the new answer, that the Master killed them all.
But didn't that get reversed? Oh no, hang on. The Cybermen, the Cybermen got turned into Time Lords, didn't they?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And that needs to be sorted.
The dead bodies needs to be sorted out in the throne room.
What a fucking stupid finale that was.
Well, but that was the thing. They said that they're not compatible, like in the past.
I don't think people realise how much Whittaker's era has ruined Doctor Who.
They don't realize it. They will maybe in a few years. But here's the thing. I really feel we disagree, but I really feel she gets a bad rap because she's an actor reading the scripts. She's just a doctor during shitty scripts. It's not her fault.
Well, no, it's not. It's Chibnall's fault for casting her because Chibnall.
But why is it her fault for being casted? Why can't he just do good writing?
She's not the best actress for the role, sadly. Like, she's a good actress, but she's not the best actress.
Look, I honestly felt, and you know my attitude changed before it started, but the fact that there's so many things that she's done for kids and for the fans, right? She didn't have to put the fucking suit on during the pandemic and make everybody at ease that she's the doctor and everything's going to be okay. She didn't have to do that shit. Nobody paid her to do that. She did it on her own. She did it in a fucking kitchen pantry.
Do you know how she won the audition? Jodie Whittaker.
How?
She won
it because she could convincingly explain in a very doctorish way, and it wasn't through her acting, how to. I think she made a cardboard bomb, and she explained how to dismantle the bomb and then put it back together again, like
to Chibnall.
To Chibnall in an audition. So it didn't actually really come down so much to her dramatic ability. It came more down to the fact that she was able to put together a fucking cardboard box.
So it didn't come down to So it didn't come down to Chris Chibnall and her working on Broadchurch.
Well, I think that played a part.
She never had an audition. She just
apparently Olivia Colman was the first person to be offered it.
Correct, but she never really. There was no audition really.
I think only bright spot. I think only bright spot from the Jodie Whittaker's apart from Jodie was Sacha Dhawan Master.
I liked him.
I liked him as well.
I think that was only bright spark.
Rest in peace to his master mug, by the way. I was very upset that my master mug got destroyed, but rest in peace to that Sacha Dhawan coffee mug. Very sad.
Oh, what did you do to it now?
I didn't do anything. It just something happened and it fell and it was and it cracked him. It's just done.
It was John Barrowman.
Oh.
I was very upset. It was a birthday present. I was very upset, but yeah.
Oh.
It can't be recreated, by the way. It can't.
It was what it was, a limited edition.
No, it's complications like explaining why you can't go to fucking the church on Ruby Road. Like
Oh.
Shit like that. I just it can't be. It's a long story, but it can't be recreated.
Timey-wimey.
I got it.
If it is recreated, it'll be.
Judy was twerking, and he knocked over the.
It will never. Even if it's recreated,
Shuey and John Barrowman were choking at one another.
the designer that created it, it's not. I would want one, but it's just, yeah, it's too complicated.
Shooty Gatwa actually got told off by RTD because
I know that.
Do you remember? Do you remember when the costumes were first revealed?
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
They did the video in the parking lot where the trailers
Yeah.
were. The trailers. Well, he opened the door and he said to Millie Gibson, "It's Ruby fucking Sunday," on a video.
I remember that.
That was being streamed.
And he got pissed. He cursed.
And he got absolutely bollocked by RTD for that. Apparently.
You can't be swearing. You're a doctor.
I gotta tell you.
Could you imagine if he said that in an actual Doctor Who episode? Oh, boy, this is my assistant, Ruby fucking Sunday.
I gotta tell you. I know everybody gives him a lot of shit lately, but I love when he puts a picture out and I comment to it, and he loves my shit all the time. Like I fucking love that. Like I even told him too. I was like, when I first heard about Jinx Monsoon, I was pissed off. In the post I did that he liked, I said, but I think she's gonna be one of the greatest fucking villains ever. Honestly, and I was right. She's fucking amazing.
She is very.
I was dubious myself. I was a bit dubious myself.
I would, if I could now, I would go to her play in New York and tell her that she was fucking amazing.
Way at the stage door and say, "You were amazing."
No, if I had the money, I would purposely go to her play, wait for her outside, and tell her flat out, "You are fucking one of my favorite fucking villains I've ever fucking seen, Doctor." And I'm glad I changed my mind about it. It doesn't matter. And, of course, the show, it doesn't matter what the fuck you are, honestly. She's a good actress. I don't give a fuck.
She could do everything. I liked how she would just break out into like song with words.
Yeah. Goddamn fucking fantastic.
What did you think of the Sonic Screwdriver making it silent for a little bit?
That Sonic Screwdriver sucks ass.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Let me tell you something. That's like Chris Chibnall doing something where you can't make a toy out of it.
Well, it's not even a screwdriver, really, is it?
You can't even make a toy.
It's a Sonic remote. It's a Sonic remote in it.
You can't make a toy out of it. It's embarrassing. It's not a toy. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I always go back to a screwdriver again.
People say rest in peace, Doctor Who, rest in peace, Sonic Screwdriver, because it's dead as far as I'm right now. No, it is. It's nothing. I don't even know why he's calling it a Sonic Screwdriver. And it wasn't even invented by the Time Lords. I don't understand. I hate that he says that shit.
I don't know. I'd have loved it if when they went to a scene
that these alien race invented the Sonic Screwdriver. Moffat wrote the fucking episode and he basically said that the fucking Doctor destroyed the factory so that way no fucking civilization would have Sonic blaster or any type of Sonic technology as a weapon. And he made it a banana factory. It wasn't Time Lord technology at all.
I'd have loved it if when Maestro done the scene and I'm sure out the Sonic Day was actually broken and he had to make a new one. Because that doesn't even look like a real thing.
So it looks like we're gonna have an up and down type of thing. So we're gonna have an up with Moffat's episode. Now we're gonna go down after that.
What's after that?
That's the fourth episode, because I already know the third episode is going to be excellent.
Long yards.
What is that? What the hell is that about?
What one are you talking about? What episode?
The fourth one. What's that, Connor? What's that about?
Right. Hang on. What we got? So we got.
Well, we just know that Moffat's episode is going to be excellent, so we're skipping over that.
So we got. So we got Boom, and then it's what 75 yards.
Right. What the hell is that?
So 73 yards is a Welsh it's a Welsh folklore tale. It's going to be slightly horror, very strange apparently. Yeah.
Written by Russell T. Davis.
Yeah, RTD wrote that one.
He wrote everything but Moffat's episode, right?
And Rogue as well.
He wrote
Rogue.
No,
Oh, Moffat wrote?
Rogue was written by Kate Herron and Bryony Redmond.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Not Russell.
Yeah.
What's the Christmas special about? Do we know?
It's set in
No.
World War II or World War One.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Mark
Yeah.
Gatiss is it? Mark Gatiss is going to star in it again?
No.
Oh, you're thinking about the other one.
No, I know he did the other one, but I'm just wondering if they're going to continue his character that's related to the Brigadier that they got sued through their ass.
Oh, yeah, I see your point. That's a good point, actually. That's a very good point. Yeah.
I doubt
They got
it,
sued through their ass with that.
Did they?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I read that.
Wow.
I heard. Yeah, I heard it was pretty fucking bad. When is Gatiss coming back and doing an episode?
Hopefully never.
Why? Really think he did fucking so great Adventure in Space and Time? You can't do shit like that?
No, he can't. He struggles with Doctor Who. I feel like.
Why?
Unquiet Dead I liked. Lazarus Experiment.
Oh, yeah, that was his. I didn't like that much, too much.
What did he do in series 2?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Oh,
God.
Trying to remember series 2.
I'm going to hang on. I'll have a quick look and see.
Oh, Daniel, I'm sorry. Something's wrong with the TARDIS. The doctor said, or something's with the TARDIS. Something's off. I don't know if it's related to Ruby Sunday or whatever, but
I could tell you everything Stephen Moffat wrote in RTD's year.
oh, me too. But like, the Gatiss shit sucked so bad that we just don't remember. Cold War, he did, right? That sucked, right?
Yeah, that wasn't fun. And Cold War.
And then he did the Ice Warrior one with Capaldi, right?
I've got the he did Idiot's Lantern, right? So Unquiet Dead was okay.
Yeah.
Idiot's Lantern was shit. Victory of the Daleks was okay. Night Terrors,
Night Terrors sucked ass.
Cold War, I don't
Cold War sucked ass.
Crimson Horror, I quite like.
That sucked ass.
Diana Rigg.
Crimson Horror sucked.
Robot of Sherwood is great. Sleep No More is.
Oh, really?
Sleep No More is the sequel to fucking Love and Monsters. That sucked.
Empress of Mars is good as well.
Wait, isn't it the fact that the villain won at the end and destroyed everything? They just don't care about that, I guess.
It was a bit odd with Sleep No More. It was a weird.
The villain won.
I mean, it's not even like found footage. Like
it's not even a real episode. It's just some right. Maybe the doctor was just sick and imagined it or something.
I know.
No one's given a shit about found footage since like Blair Witch Project, which came out like 20 years ago.
You know how many fucking
I'm really not a big fan of
shit I've ever seen.
Like 20 years before that episode even aired. So why does anyone give a shit about found footage?
Why does anybody give a shit about a fucking Sea Devil spinoff?
Do you know what? That's going to be quite good. I'm looking forward.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced, Connor. I'm sorry, but
I'm not
after what we had, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced.
If I was Disney Plus, I'd cut that.
I'd like
personally that pollution episode we had with Whitaker. That should have been the Sea Devil episode.
That was going to be the Autons actually. That was actually.
Oh, was it? Yeah,
it was.
I'd like what's his name to come back. Neil Cross, because he done a great Rings of Rakatan.
That's Neil my fucking favorite shit. Rings of Rakatan. I love that shit. I would let a baby watch Doctor for the first time. Rings of Rakatan. That shit is.
Neil Cross would nailed it in that one.
That's your opening fucking season episode right there.
He did Hyde as well, which I'm a fan of. I like Hyde.
Yeah.
That's the one I was just trying to remember. Cross, yeah. Hyde. I like Hyde. Hyde was good.
Hyde was a copy off of something else, wasn't it? No, I'm trying to think. Oh no, he copied Moffat copied his own shit. Well, that wasn't Hyde. Hyde didn't write it. No. Danny Pink. No, the Danny Pink Descendant of the Future, right? That was related.
Oh, you're talking about Listen. Well,
no, but but it was the same thing. Like they were talking about the first.
Hyde can't have been a copy because Hyde was before Listen.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Listen was a copy of Because of the fact that the first time travel in the future, and now the first time travel in the future with another first time travel in the future.
What do you think of? What did you guys think of Toby Whithouse with his writing?
Generally quite good. Let's see what he wrote.
I know he went school reunion, Connor, with Sarah Jane.
School reunion was not my favourite.
I like that.
Oh, sacrilege!
I am actually probably one of the only people that is not a huge fan of School Reunion.
Wow.
Why that? Because of K9.
Wow.
Because I just think it's not as. First time I ever watched it, I thought it was brilliant. Second time I watched it, I thought it was brilliant. The more I watch it, the more I just don't like it.
I think I could watch Space Babies 10 times and fucking hate it.
I'll tell you who ruins it. I'll tell you who ruins it.
Who?
Billy Piper.
Who ruins it?
Billy Piper.
Here
we go.
Being all jealous. Yeah, you're right, though.
Don't start with the forehead right now. That
the jealousy just got way too much.
Yes,
fuck off.
There was no need for it. No need for it whatsoever. You're right.
Why does Sarah Jane doesn't care about Rose? It's just like
we could give a fuck, honestly.
No, she was happy to see the Doctor and that was it. But Rose had to make it a big deal because this is my whole entire problem with Series 2. Series 2 is crap because of that storyline. I don't like romance in Doctor Who.
Ooh.
I really don't. That was
it should have been. It doesn't.
We talked about this in detail, and we said that Moffat said flat out that he tried to undermine the whole love thing with Rose by having other love interests in the Doctor to stir away from Rose. He invented Madame de Pompadour. Said, fuck that bitch, leave her. You're going to be Madame de Pompadour. Then he invented River Song. He did all this shit. It's always been trying to get away from Rose. And then when he did the fucking 50th, he brings Rose back, but as fucking Bad Wolf or whatever.
Yeah.
I actually agree with Moffat there because at least you actually believe his relationship with Madame de Pompadour. That's what makes that whole episode as good as it is.
I love that. Oh, yeah.
It was so sad.
Girl in the Fireplace is undisputedly great. Like I don't know anyone who hits on Girl in the Fireplace.
Yeah, Toby Whithouse. Gone.
I love Girl in the Fireplace.
Yeah, Girl in the Fireplace was amazing.
Vampires of Venice was okay. God Complex was good. A Town Called Mercy was underrated brilliance. I absolutely love that episode. Under the Lake Before was good. Live the Land was God. I actually can't remember that episode. Is that the one?
That's the one with all the monks.
Yeah, but his mother died when he was writing it and filming it, and it got fucked up the whole.
Yeah, that was the one where Capaldi gets shot and fake regenerates, isn't it?
Yeah.
Story got fucked up.
You thought it was real.
But you can't show that and not expect to go, what the fuck's happening? Bloody hell.
And that was the last and because of that that was the last episode he done, weren't it?
Actually, Whithouse has had a lot better run of it than I thought he did.
Yeah.
Everything he did under Matt Smith was great.
Smithy's my favourite Doctor. I love Smithy.
When are they doing that fucking special with the ponds and river?
I must admit, Matt Smith has made a lot of great career choices.
He took him out to dinner. Russell T Davies took out fucking Karen Gillan and fucking Jenna Louise Coleman.
Well, Matt Smith ain't gonna need Doctor Who soon because after the House of the Dragon is finished, he's gonna have a very good career. I think. I think he saved himself. I really do. I think he's done very, very well to rejuvenate his career.
We'll see.
I think he's going to have a better career in Hollywood than David Tennant.
Wow.
Yeah, true.
And Billy Piper signed on for Wednesday.
Yeah, but didn't. Here's the thing, right? I think it's very telling. He says done with Doctor Who. But isn't he done with Doctor Who because they gave him a contract on his desk? The MCU.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's something that you would know, but
What didn't? No. Didn't I'm talking about David Tennant said he's done with Doctor Who, but isn't he done with Doctor Who because the MCU put a fucking multi-fucking $1 million contract on his desk?
But he's only appeared in one series, one show, hasn't he?
No, but the point is that I'm talking MCU, not the Netflix Purple Man Jessica Jones. The fact that they're bringing Jessica Jones back as Jessica Jones, the actress, Kristen Ritter, means that they're going to bring him back as the Purple Man also.
Yeah. I mean,
so
he's done a lot in Star Wars recently, hasn't he? He was in Ahsoka.
But the thing is, he comes back as the Purple Man. They're gonna put him in everything. He's gonna have a big contract.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in a whole goddamn new series with Jessica Jones.
that's all right then. They can keep him.
I'm saying David Tennant.
I still said he should have went with Arcade with him. I still think he could have made a good Arcade because he has that appearance.
I gotta tell you, X-Men 97 is fucking excellent. You gotta watch X-Men 97. You watch that?
Oh, yes. Oh, once again, the ending is like a what the fuck moment.
Colin, you watch that?
I am 5 episodes into X-Men.
Oh, dude.
My
Wait
God.
till the end, the ending of 9. You'll be going, what the ever-loving.
Oh, the other one I saw the other day. Yeah, I watched that the other day.
I have heard that, like, from episode 5 onwards, because I've literally just got to
unbelievable
when Magneto dies and Gambit and all that sort of stuff.
Unbelievable.
I've heard from that point on, it goes absolutely off the rails, crazy,
off
great,
the rails,
like best MCU stuff that's happened in.
Yes,
absolutely. You know, it's sad that because now they're looking at limited movies and limited series, right?
Yeah.
It's sad that they're forcing a Black Panther 3 movie out.
Oh,
they think it's guaranteed to make $1 billion.
It's not.
No.
And they signed him. They signed him.
This last Black Panther movie was
without Chadwick.
They signed him, and he's doing it. They're doing Black Panther 3.
And they're going to try to bring, from the sound of, they're trying to bring the multiverse into it so they can get a new Black Panther, too.
I actually have to say a huge congratulations to Ralph Ineson for bagging the
Galactus, yes.
He's actually from my hometown. So
yeah.
There's never been an actor from my part of the world that's kind of ever made it that big. Actually, no, I'll tell a lie because Malcolm McDowell from Clockwork Orange was from my
Star Trek.
I love him.
And Star Trek as well was from my part of the. But apart from Malcolm
I didn't know that.
Apart from Malcolm McDowell, I think he's the biggest actor I can think of that's because obviously this is going to make his career,
right?
But no, and I've heard apparently that Cillian Murphy is playing Doom. So,
how far along is the spin-off Doctor Who? Because when does Doctor Who end on Disney Plus? The last episode. When's the last episode there?
June. In June.
And when does the spin-off? When does the spin-off start?
No idea.
They've not even started filming that stuff yet, so we don't really know.
So June will be the finale of Doctor Who, and then Christmas will be the next Doctor Who.
Yes.
And then and then again May will be Doctor Who again.
And then season 2 will be in May 25.
Right. Okay. But question is, aren't they they're going to be filming the Christmas special, right? Soon. Right? But is Shooty going to be filming series 3, season 3, or is he going to go do plays?
He's taking a break because he's doing theatre.
Okay.
They are a year ahead now.
No, but he's only going to be in theatre for a couple months, though.
Yeah, and then he'll go back to filming Doctor Who. But by the time series 2 is halfway airing, he'll probably be halfway filmed series 3.
But that's series 2 is done filming.
Yeah.
So he literally gets 3 months off anyway. That's like their regular time off. It's not. They're not going to change the filming. He's just going to be off.
Because they're so far ahead, he can afford to take a year off now.
Right, because okay, so let's just say they film season 3, right, in January. It will be done by the time, and then they could air the following year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, series 3.
Well, what about that statement? He said he's not going anywhere. So does that mean he's going to stay past 3?
No, I think he'll stay for 3 and then go.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I think that's the limit. I think as well.
3.
It'd be cool if people had started the series on 4 and then regenerated halfway through, but I don't know.
Who's these friggin' people on Twitter saying bullshit about Doctor Who, that Doctor Who's not commissioned for season 3? The thing's been fucking proved already.
Well, it's not officially being commissioned for season 3, but RTD is writing a season 3.
That's not true. It's commissioned up to season 4.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not.
The Disney deal is so far only 2 series.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought it was 3 seasons at least.
No. RTD is only writing a 3rd series, but it'll 100%. I actually believe that we're going to see Doctor Who do some insane numbers. I really do. I think they've done so well with the promotional campaign in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually genuinely think that it's going to make some ridiculous viewing figures back.
Listen, it could be Disney Plus could end because they're looking to get rid of it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's only just become profitable. So, I think that we could see Doctor Who past the 10 million mark again.
Mm. Okay.
You see what?
I just think that Space Babies ruined it, but as an opener, and it's not going to draw as much.
I think a lot of people, especially kids, will buy into Space Babies.
Yeah, because you're coming off the Goblins and fucking Christmas special, so they're gonna love that shit.
Yeah, that's true. To be honest, yeah, good point.
Also, as much as we don't like kid stuff, a lot of people like Doctor Who.
But it's not necessarily we don't like kid stuff. We just don't like shit writing.
I wouldn't even say it was shit writing, though. We just say that it just had low stakes.
It looked like he was drug quitting with some of it.
It was like a filler. It wasn't even. It wasn't good.
Yeah, that's what I look at it as, a filler. Yeah. That's what it was for me.
It's about 5 or 6. It was episode 5 or 6. Like, you know.
It's like
now you put there.
You know what it's like? He was watching Aliens movie, right? And then he hit the switch by accident and went to 3 Men and a Baby. And he's like, "Oh, I can fucking do this by accident. And I can do that until a fucking episode."
3 Men and a Nanny.
He had the idea for Space Babies as he was sitting in the BBC office, basically signing the deal of his return.
Oh my god!
As he was signing that contract in 2021 to say he'll come back. When that big announcement happened and everyone was like, "This has got to be an April Fool's joke. This can't happen," and then it did.
I thought he was coming back. I told you. I always felt.
While he was signing that contract, he had the idea for Space Babies.
God.
Oh dear.
God.
He was feeling broody as normal. Poor man.
I still love him. Don't get me wrong. I just,
You see, what's her name got married? Bill Mackey.
To who?
To her lifelong partner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh, hang on. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, but was it? It was a woman. Yeah, okay, she got married to another woman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's her name?
Cam Chalcott, or.
Oh.
But Pearl Backey, I think.
Pearl Mackey, yeah.
Pearl Mackey.
Yeah, Pearl Mackey. Yeah.
Her lifelong partner is called Pearl Backey.
Good for you, Pearl
Mackey.
And then did you see? And then, like I said earlier, you see. And then Billy Piper's going into Wednesday season 2.
I know. That's interesting.
Yeah, with who else is
Jenna? Yeah. And Jenna, God.
I heard that the Friday the 13th series is kind of in trouble. They were going to do a TV series, right?
Oh,
Is it going to be back
Oh,
to the
wow.
way it was before, similar to
No,
where they go hunting down things, or
no, they're in trouble now. I don't know if it's gonna get scrapped.
'cause I know the original Friday the 13th series was
No, that was just the
cursed
antiques.
items.
That was antiques and shit. And
Yeah,
wow, you mean to tell me that Ghostbusters Frozen Empire only made a worldwide included 195 million? That's pathetic. That's pathetic.
I think a lot of people have the same gripes.
That's fucking crazy. It's still not making money, these movies? That's bad. I am glad that they're redoing The Matrix again. They're making a new one. Big budget. I'm glad.
Are they?
Yeah,
Oh,
with a very good filmmaker as well.
I'm very glad
Ooh.
because I'm glad that Keanu Reeves will be back and everybody and fuck that. I'm glad.
You know who I always thought would make a good director of The Matrix?
Ghostbusters, the female Ghostbusters made more money than fucking Frozen Empire. Come on. Come on.
damn.
Come on. Honestly, come on.
Hey, Joe, you know who I thought would make a...
You go on,
Go on,
sorry,
Phil.
go on.
No, I was going to say, do you know who I always thought would make a good director for The Matrix? John Woo.
Mm.
Ooh, I see your point. I see where you go with that. Yeah. The worst movie to gross anything in the last, say, 5 years is Miss Marvel, apparently, or the Marvel.
Oh,
That's the worst.
Oh,
Miss
don't.
Marvel, not Miss Marvel. Miss
Mm.
Marvel,
The
TV
Marvels,
show.
the Marvels.
Marvels.
Oh, the Marvels.
Yeah,
The Marvels. That one came up #1 worst movie made. It didn't make any money at all.
I hadn't even watched that one.
So
I didn't even see it. And that's
oh,
sad.
I
I
I'm
watched.
caught it on one of my sites, and even on one of my sites, it was piss poor.
No, I can watch it on Disney Plus. I could any day.
My God, how they managed to get
206 million the Marvels made worldwide. That's pathetic.
and they got
It made only 84 million in America. Oh wow, that's an embarrassment.
and they got Madam Web.
Yeah, let's see what
Madam
that
what?
made.
oh yeah.
Let's see what that made. I'm looking
So
on the box.
you comic book nerds, who do you think John Malkovich is playing in Fantastic Four?
Oh,
God.
that's a good
Mole,
question.
was he like Mole Man or some shit?
No, they got. I'm thinking of the other guy. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but
What? The Wizard? What?
Um,
John Malkovich was supposed to be the Vulture in Spider-Man 4
Yeah, I read
and
that.
they got
originally. They paid. He got paid, I believe, for it, even though it got scrapped.
right.
you could be playing a nihilist.
No. Well, first of all, you got to ask how many fucking villains you gonna have in the first Fantastic Four movies. You already got Galactus.
Someone,
And you already got a female Silver Surfer, which is just bullshit. But
Yeah,
Someone
no,
said-
I hate that idea.
me too.
someone put either he's the voice of Herbie the Robot or Puppet Master.
It could be.
Oh, thanks. That's what I was
Alyssa
trying to think of.
Masters.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I couldn't think of
Alyssa
the guy's
Masters'
name.
father. Right. Yes. That would be good.
The female Silver Surfer is actually a character in the comics, right? It's not a gender bend. She's actually a character.
And she's going to be, and this is
I
supposed to be
think
taking place
so.
in an alternate universe on top of that.
I
so.
think so. Yeah.
I mean, she's from Earth, something, isn't she?
So rather
Listen.
than doing like what they did in Doctor Who, where they changed a male character into a female, they're actually taking a proper female character and putting them in the film.
Well, not necessarily, because there is no female Silver Surfer. It's just she's Silver Surfer, but it's in that other universe. She's not Silver Surfer. She's somebody else, I think. There's no female Silver Surfer, so I don't,
Oh, I'm trying to think of that the fiery gal. I can't think of the fiery gal. That
Well, you're talking about Nova.
yeah.
No, oh yeah, Nova. I forgot about her.
Frankie
Nova.
Ray, I think her name was, right?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
Somewhere I got the comic book with her in it. Because I also got the ROM comic book where they've got Galactus.
I do hope that
At least-
Fantastic Four is good because there's a lot riding on it. Because I think a lot of people want that and X-Men to be good.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that it's going to be set in the 60s as well. And it's not
Yeah.
modern.
Yes.
Unique spin in it.
And he's
Yeah, there's
supposed to be crossing over
Nova,
to
Frankie
ours.
Ray. So in other words, they're making
Yeah.
Nova. Are they making? No, they're not making Nova like Silver Surfer, right? Frankie Ray's not the character, right?
I'll tell you. I'll get the cast list up now, and I'll tell you. The characters.
So who do you think would make a good Doctor Doom?
Well, apparently Cillian Murphy's been cast.
Mm.
He's
Wow.
Yeah.
from Peaky Blinders to
Doctor
Doctor Doom.
I'm going to tell you right now. I think the Superman movie is going to fucking bomb. Honestly,
What's that?
You reckon?
Superman movie is going to bomb. I heard that they offered The Rock the role of Apocalypse.
I read that today. I'm interested.
Right?
About it. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Because they'll change his voice. They'll make him all fucking. They'll put the CGI shit, and you won't even know what's him.
But that last movie he did,
I like that.
I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know how many of you guys are aware of. You might have seen this TV show advertised if you use Disney Plus a lot, but I've actually got a perfect choice in my head for Wolverine. Actually, Philip will know because I've spoken to him about it recently. There is an actor who used to be in Shameless USA called Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who's now in.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I genuinely think he would be a great Wolverine.
He looks like him a little. The hair, he's got the hair and he's got the look. He's very, yeah, I see your point. It's a good point. A younger Wolverine there.
Next year at Doctor Who, there's 2 companions, right? Not 3?
Yeah, so it'll be
2.
Millie Gibson. Ruby
But this year it's just Millie Gibson. It's not that other guy, right? The time agent. He's not going to be a companion, right?
No, he's not going to be a companion.
No.
He's
He's just in the story.
He's in Boom, right?
No, he's in Rogue.
He's in Rogue.
And when he just confirmed that Millie Gibson was the character's bisexual.
Yes. She's
Did
bisexual.
you say that?
Yep.
Yeah, Ruby Sunday is bisexual, apparently.
Really?
Oh my God! Why do they keep doing this?
I'm just wondering if because if next season there was this other companion coming in, that there'll be something going off with them too.
Well, God, please don't say that.
I mean, I'd happily have some off with that new companion because she's a good-looking woman.
Yes, she is. I will agree.
No, I think he means the one who's joining.
The one that's joining.
Verada.
No, Millie Gibson is. If there is anyone out there that is of an older age, like foaming at the mouth of Millie Gibson, please remember that she is 18.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah. It was only like 2-3 years ago. She was in Coronation Street.
Yeah.
I don't know about her sometimes.
Verada Sethu, I think, is the actress's name for the.
Yeah, Verada Sethu.
I wonder. What do you think? Of all our group, like members, right? Do you think everybody has Disney Plus or no?
I do.
I definitely
do. It's probably going to be a little harder for everybody to see the episodes if they don't have to, right? I mean, Scott's having trouble watching it.
Yeah, because generally I can find the episode within like a few minutes to at least an hour or two, and I can't even. And every time I go to one of my sites, it's like let's bring it up.
No, that's Russell stopping it from. He's stopping it from being seen.
Yeah, I think they're clamping down on that, Scott. So be careful.
No, Disney Plus is being fucking ridiculous at that too. You ain't gonna find it. They got their fucking team out there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to figure it out.
It's all right. There'll be more chance of doing a UFO coming out of the sky.
Jesus Christ! Well, that's already happened, hasn't it?
I know. you know. It's all. I'll be the first to report it.
You don't want to believe anyone. Stupid ass stories on the internet. They're like, they were watching on the planet. This came out of the ocean.
We've had the Aurora Borealis solar storm, haven't we, today?
Tonight, right?
I missed it. I was asleep when that was happening. I missed it.
I was actually going to do a show about it, but then I thought, I'd wait till after Doctor
Who. But wasn't that supposed to be? They were saying this solar storm, like if you go outside, you get roasted like fucking eggs.
Yeah.
Like remember the movie Night of the Comet, and the guy, the ladies inside the movie theater, she was and she was behind the metal thing she was protecting, and the whole fucking human race got fried like eggs, and they became like zombies and shit. Like it's like putting a fucking a magnifying glass over the fucking sun and then just roasted the whole goddamn fucking people. Like, it wasn't that supposed to happen. They said, "Oh, don't go outside, don't do this, don't do that, and you're gonna fucking die and shit." They tried to scare the shit out of everybody today with that. Don't go out.
Oh,
it's like Fallout. Don't go out of the vault. No, you're gonna get radiation.
You don't know what magnetic fields do. And shut the fuck up.
I know.
There's my game advisor. What's up, bro? I know. You know what? Unknown. I haven't seen the stats. I know I said I'm going to be off from doing gaming for 24 hours while doing this Doctor Who thing, but I could just imagine my competition's like, yes! Yes, he stopped gaming. I can beat his ass now.
We've only got a chance.
Guys, we got the motherfucker.
No, I mean, they might have already seen you. They might have seen your video about your TV breaking. Gone. Yes, this TV's gone. We can finally get clear.
I know. I literally have. You have to understand. I literally have that. I have these gamers that I beat that are kind of pissed off. It's like my own little fucking Spider-Man rogue gallery almost. People.
Yeah, Unknown confirmed it. Unknown confirmed it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
well, it's all right. Unknown. Wait till he does a show with me.
Yes, that's right. That brings to the next order of business. Ray has his own YouTube channel devoted to the paranormal ripples. He's going to be talking about ghosts and mysteries and phenomenons and Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I'll talk about everything. Yeah.
So does this mean he's the one that did this whole time slip and paranormal stories?
Yeah, I've been talking about everything.
He's going to be doing, the Mandela effect of why nobody remembers the Daleks and shit.
There's been some new Mandela effect, so I'm going to have to do another episode on that. Right. I've recently done an abandoned legacy episode about a ship that was like lost its thing, the Portuguese one, the Fleur de la Mar. So
I would have thought I would have been rich already, because didn't I say when I become rich we're going to go ghost hunting? Pick up Chet, right? Go to the UK, pick up Connor and Philip, and get the goddamn fucking ghost hunter. And fucking go after.
If you think I'm going into a haunted house, you got.
What the fuck,
no way.
bro? You
let down.
Well, you won't see anything at a haunted house with him there, because God's not scared of that.
Philip, you will. Philip, when I become rich, Philip. When
you become rich, I'll marry you. That's what I'm going to say. That's money, man.
No, I don't. I don't swing that way. No. But
are you going to clerk for him?
I am opening to paying you to walk around me while we get coffee or some shit like.
Philip's going to twerk for you. Come on, mate.
I told you if I become rich, everybody's taken care of. I said if I become rich, everybody's taken care of. That's it. We're gonna have a fucking crazy YouTube adventures.
If he twerks, there's no promises he'll get back up again.
Then we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
If you build it, it will come.
Philip will give you a bionic ass. That'll be fine. You bionic
ass. There you go. Yeah, Steve Austin was a bionic man. Philip Archer's a bionic gun body.
That's it. Congrats on the new marriage. No.
Here comes the
girl. I'll be a little mini me kind of version of you.
Yeah, but anyway,
is Ben Wolf still in here? He's being attacked too by the Whovians.
That's
unknown faction. Bad Wolf. The new faction of Doctor Who fans, the Whovians, the book club, Starbucks drinking female team of Whovians that basically coming after me because Doctor Who is part of the Democratic Party and Joe Biden. That's it. And I'm not welcome and allowed to be part of that. So
You're not allowed to be vocal.
Right. Since what? Look, I know Doctor Who had politics in it, right? But we know that there's been stuff about politics in Doctor Who, but there is no fucking designation that because, and I never even said what party I was from, but I'm not welcome. You're not welcome if you're a Republican or you're white and Doctor Who. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what are you talking? What is this girl? What is this woman talking about? I don't care if she blocks me. You don't come on Twitter and say that you're telling Whovians they can't be Whovians, they can't be part of Doctor Who unless if they're one of the millions upon millions of people from a different opposing party.
It's all right.
Who does that?
It's all right. They'll probably come after me and say that you can't go after ghosts because they're not real.
It's like, oh, you ate eggs for breakfast. You can't watch Doctor Who. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? You're going on Twitter and she's serious about this bullshit. And she's like, Doctor Who is about this, and if you're part of this, you don't get the message, and you shouldn't be watching Doctor Who, and we want you out of the community. Who the fuck are you, bitch? Like, I want to know who this person is. This was why I went, and then like, you're not. She's got her fucking goons.
Is she the official? Hang on, is she the official spokesperson for Doctor Who? Because I didn't know Russell T Davies appointed her.
Her fucking Jane Fonda book club goons, who being fucking Democratic bitches. To my YouTube doorstep, writing comments and shit about you're not welcome in this community. Leave. Of the Whovians. Are you crazy? You are you out of your mind? Tell me that. Please get out of here. These kids. I'm gonna say they're kids. Gotta be kids.
Space babies.
They're fucking space babies. They're motherfucking space babies.
That's where the episode came from.
They're fucking space babies.
That's where the episode came from.
You know what? You can keep. You know what I say? You can keep your fucking space babies, bitch. Because we love that shit.
Lizzie and the Space Babies. Sounds like a good name for a band, doesn't it?
I could just imagine Disney Plus too. They're like, what was the first up? Space Babies. He did Space Babies the first episode.
Yeah, we have space.
I would love to fly on the wall when that concept was.
No, can you give us the name of all your episode titles so we can know what they are?
The Devil's Chord episode saved fucking Disney Plus Doctor Who. Completely.
I wonder how many was watching it live and saw the first few seconds of Space Babies and turned it off and waited till Devil's Chord come on.
I'm fucking watching this and I'm like,
right. Connor. You know today the episode that you know how they're going to re-air the episode on BBC One today? Is it going to be just the one, or both of them?
One.
Both.
Both?
Well, they're
Really?
going to play both of them.
Yes.
Today.
Yeah, they're redoing both. So both of them are going live tonight on BBC One for the ones which don't have an iPlayer.
Oh, tomorrow you mean? Or
today, technically.
On the 11th.
Yeah, for us today, but yeah, for you
so that'll be your ratings there. So can't wait for you guys to watch Space Babies.
Well, I wonder how many was waiting on Disney Plus and BBC, and then saw the first few seconds of Space Babies, turned it off and waited for Devil's Call to come on live, and then like, hang on, this one is actually better. Let's watch this one first.
I don't mean to piss people off, but I could just imagine the fucking party that they went to and they spent money for the food and the drinks. And hey, everybody, let's watch Space Babies. Jesus Christ!
I wonder how many YouTube reactions of Space Babies. Oh wow, this is like.
I must have been that crowd that been like. But then when you said Devil's Chord, they're screaming. That is great. Scott, I can't wait. We're gonna get you to somehow see it. We'll get you to see it. So,
I'll find it.
Philip, take care of that.
It may take a day, but I'll find it because generally.
Take care of it, Philip. No.
No, no marriage.
No marriage.
Oh God. No marriage.
What have you done? What have you done? Now people are gonna create memes of that shit. Now you know what you just did. Now you just brought Who Wars back into business, and they're gonna put that shit all over Facebook. Pictures of you and me down the motherfucking aisle. Thanks a lot. Don't do it, Kate. Don't do it.
Don't do it, Lizzie.
Shit.
Oh,
what? That's bizarre. Right, let me just. I'm trying to look at my TV guide on
I can't wait to watch people's videos about space babies. I already saw somebody with the face bomb and shit like that. I was like, oh shit.
I think Fur Babies is more appropriate than Space Babies.
What a shit episode! I can't believe it. What a fucking choice. You're fucking in New York City. You're not yarning and dining with all these people, sitting watching with them, and they're like, oh shit. That's what a fucking opener.
Oh yeah. Oh, they are.
I told you,
they are doing the double. Yeah, they are doing the double whammy.
Oh my god.
And because you remember Eurovision's on after.
That episode's getting rolled.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah, Eurovision. Oh god, not Eurovision.
You're gonna tell me, Connor, too, if you think everybody roasted Space Babies on these videos. I bet you it does. I bet you everybody fucking hated it.
I think everyone will be like, can we get our driving pram?
There's no way. There's no fucking way you like that shit. That episode kind of looked low budget too. Like, you filmed that in an alley. Like you rented some hall or some shit. You decorated the walls with shit.
What made me love is when she explained the filter for her voice to Nanny, and she's like, I didn't want him to know my real voice.
Like, there's so many things that just doesn't make sense about that episode. Like, who fucking altered their DNA to be 6 years of age, but in a baby with the, like, I don't understand any of that.
Yeah. So that means that the consolidated weeks ratings of those two will be lumped as one, will it?
More than likely.
Will it be lumped as one? No. Oh, because the BBC?
I think
because
that's why they put Space Babies with fucking with the double.
That's why they done the double, because they knew that Space Baby was gonna fuck up when they were.
Yeah.
I think that's what they've done though. They've seen Space Babies fucked up, and they thought, oh, we best get another one on there just to.
What a fucking shit show!
I never remember an episode having a series starting off with two or back to back.
That episode was so bad. I'll probably have nightmares tonight about it. That episode was so fucking bad.
Sleep no more, Joe.
Nightmare Doctor was canceled forever because of fucking episode with Space Babies.
Oh Jesus God! Could you? I know it won't happen, but could you imagine if that was the next announcement tomorrow? Doctor Who cancelled because of sleep.
Space Babies.
I would be like, no, you Space Baby, you gave us this episode and now you cancelled it. Thanks to everyone.
What the fuck possessed him to do that?
Well, I've got.
Why would
you think that's exciting?
Whatever he was thinking of when he wrote that contract to say that he was coming back, and he thought, "Oh, Space Baby is a good one."
We watched Aliens, and then he hit the channel with 3 Men and a Baby, and he made a fucking episode about it. That's exactly what he's done. It's awful.
No, he probably turned on Super Nanny.
And then they start the episode off, and it's totally different from fucking the end of the episode from last time. He doesn't talk to fucking Miss Flood. She doesn't talk. She just gets in the TARDIS, and it's like, okay.
Makes me laugh at the end of that thing when he goes into Ruby's house and he goes, oh, and he starts claiming about, there was claims like the bishop, and I'm
does he not know how to fly the TARDIS? He keeps crashing the TARDIS into everything.
What makes me laugh is
he's breaking every fucking body's walls and shit, smashing it. Like, does he know how to fly it?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said earlier. Why did he keep crashing like that, landing like that? It's like, what's wrong with it?
Why was he coming out of the TARDIS and explaining to her mum, like adopted mum, oh, there's people on my planet called the Bishop, like she doesn't even know. Why are you explaining it to her?
And she's not traveling with it. But the best is he's like a sneak. He's like, yeah, I'll be right there. Yeah, TARDIS, look at this bitch and tell me what she is. This is my new sonic screwdriver, fucking tape.
Don't do that, you might get awards at you.
This might be my new sonic screwdriver because it looks better than the other thing. Oh God! Why is he being a sneak about it? He just said he's trying to find out about her. So why is he? He must have did. What did he got her DNA somehow, right? And the TARDIS is taking her body and moving it around like X-Men. It's like when they're moving her body around like it's like X-Men, and it's like Ruby Sunday. What the fuck is she? I don't know, but okay. It's like.
Probably got her DNA from when she changed clothes into
Here's the thing: we know she's human because she stepped on the butterfly and she became some fucking creature, right? So
Silurian
Yeah.
crossover.
even if she's related to a god, she's still human. Can't say that she's a Time Lord or some shit.
Don't tell me that they're going to go to Peter Quill route and go that
Actually, that
dad was
doesn't
a
make sense, right?
god.
Because if she wasn't from Earth and she stepped on a butterfly, she wouldn't become a fucking creature. would
No.
she? No.
That's what I'm saying. And don't tell me that it's going to be the Peter Quill route, like with Guardians of the Galaxy, where his dad was a god and mum was a
I mean, I'm
human.
glad he used the regeneration energy to fucking heal the butterfly. I mean, because he did that before with the blowing into the TARDIS and using his 10 years of life to fucking restore it, right? It's regeneration energy, basically. So, yeah, you better have done that, or no fucking human race, buddy. God.
Oh wow!
It's so sad
It's
that
done and dusted.
I'm thinking about how great the Devil's Chord was, and I'm forgettable about the Space Babies. How
The
could
Space
you put
what?
2 episodes
Mhm.
completely together like that? How could you have that in the same season? That's absolutely astronomical. The episode's so good, the second episode. Like, it's like fucking excellence. And then you got shit to start it off.
Which
and he
might
basically
put people
talked
off
about
watching
shit.
it.
Right. You have a creature that's created from the boogers of baby's nose, and he's called the Boogeyman, not from Boogeyman, but he's an actual Boogeyman.
And he was just laughing at her when she got covered in them.
And then the motherfucker's hanging from the airlock, and the doctor's looking at him like he's crying, like, I'm the last of my kind. And so is that creature, the booger monster. I have to save the snot.
And then when he was like that against the airlock, he was like, push the button. And I'm like, what?
So now let's see the memes. Save the snot. That's what it should be. Save the snot.
No, the meme's going to be him saying
That's
push the
what should
button.
be the meme for the doctor.
No.
Save the snot.
No, the
What did
meme's
he
going to
do
be
in episode 1? He saved the snot. Oh, because that's what it is.
No, the meme's going to be
snot monster.
The meme's going to be the push the button, isn't it? Oh, what do we do in this situation? Push the button. What do we do in that situation? Push the button.
I'm glad they made it that the doctor has supreme fucking strength to fucking go against the fucking gravity of fucking the force
Gravity.
of the fucking thing, and he could just fucking.
Hang on, Maverick. Yeah, it's Maverick, not gravity. Get it right now. Get it right.
They need to correct that shit.
Oh, please.
I know they do.
Mavity.
The gravity of the situation appalls
You know what's
me.
going to happen? They're going to do that so much that kids are going to actually think that's what it's called. And then when they go to school, they're going to go.
And they'll be like, Miss, you got it one.
Davis said that it's Mavity, not gravity. Who's
Go
that?
see Doctor Who. Isaac Newton even said it was Mavity.
Yeah, make Isaac Newton like a fucking supermodel guy. Get out of here. What the fuck is that about? That's like Russell T Davis, like secret fucking
man crush.
He got like the wrong channel on, probably, right? It's like Doctor Who.
No, he probably
instead of Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who.
Yeah.
He probably saw Jason Momoa. He probably saw Jason Momoa and thought I need a low budget version of him.
What the fuck is going on with Doctor Who?
Oh God! All I know is that I don't know.
I want to know what the budget was for Space Babies. I really want to know.
Probably not enough.
I know the budget for Devil's Chord was probably quadruple. Had to be.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll find out till the season's done.
So in other words, the Doctor didn't beat the Maestro with a twerk. So who does he twerk to death in this season? No, I want to know. Like he said, he twerked and he beat a monster by twerking it, right? So that didn't happen in this episode. So what episode is that? Is that Empire of Death or what?
Who knows?
Is
Is
he suit checking the guy in the pyramids? Like, what is he doing there?
Could you imagine if that was the final scene of the finale? He just twerks him and that's it.
Like, what the fuck? You don't think that he's in half like he said he was?
I think he is.
You think that was?
I don't think he meant it. I know he meant it. He meant it literally, but not literally, if you know what I mean.
I think he did, though. I honestly... Look, here's the thing, right? How does that make any sense, though? Like, the memories of the 14 today will just be beamed into his head? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, I think that's how they can explain it, but...
Because 14 after bi-regeneration, he should have no memories of.
No, he'll still retain them. They always
But how
retain
could
their
he
memory.
But he regenerated, Ray. So how could he have memories of the new 14 Doctor's new memories?
Well,
How could he have that?
well, I'd say, like I was going to say, I think he'll get beamed into him, but there again, we all know Russell T Davies, he lies, so I wouldn't be at all surprised if the David Tennant just comes back for a little.
That's what I thought. I
bit
honestly
episode.
think David Tennant's back and he's going to regenerate. That's what it's going to be.
I think I'm not being rude. You can't, because how many times has he lied down the years with Doctor Who, to Russell T Davies? I don't think anyone believes him with some of the stuff now.
All I know is, I guess, Boom. We already just predicted it's going to be excellent because Moffat's just been.
When he wasn't showrunner, he would good episodes.
He's been without Doctor for so long. It's definitely going to be excellent.
That's what I mean. He's really recharged his brain and called Dusty.
Could there be episodes this season that's worse than Space Babies?
Well, I'm wondering if that's 23 Long Yards one, which I'm kind of telling you about with the Welsh folklore, and it's kind of trippy. That might be one.
But when I think of that one, the Yards one, when I think of that one, I think of stories like Image of Fendel, that kind of creepiness.
What's John Bubble about?
Probably him twerking on the monster and killing it.
Isn't that yellow? He has a yellow outfit. Doesn't he have a yellow outfit in that?
That's the one with the whole town under a dome, isn't it? Under a bubble.
Mm.
So.
Okay.
So that's what I know. The image of the city under a dome or a bubble, wherever it is.
Despite Space Babies being pure shit, I do think that in the end result of the season is going to be that it's way better than the Jodie Whittaker era ever.
You know,
so,
I know.
We hope so.
Fingers crossed. But I know it won't ever. I know it won't happen. Like but could you imagine? I know it won't. Like, and I'm just finding it out there like a thing. But could you imagine if I'm in an alternate thing that he who waits person was the Valeyard?
He who waits.
Could you imagine that he who waits was the Valeyard?
No, because they made it like he's like godlike abilities. Gotta be like the Black Guardian or something.
Probably Rainbow Guardian, Joel. Get it right.
Hello, girl.
We'll have the blue guard. We'll have the blue Guardian, the yellow Guardian, the green Guardian.
I haven't checked this. I haven't checked Twitter to see if there's any more Yenter attacks from Whovian Yenters.
No, yeah, I'm quite. I'm interested to know what people are saying about the Space Babies myself. To be honest.
Well, I have no idea if anyone's.
I got 6 notifications. Be afraid.
Oh, thanks for subscribing to me, Scott, by the way.
You're welcome.
I just saw it.
Oh, you're paranormal.
Someone said when he was talking about Gallifrey being gone and that. Someone put, anyone else knows the This Is Gallifrey music playing by Murray Gold?
Was it playing?
The This Is Gallifrey music.
I didn't pay attention.
Oh, when was that?
No, when he was at the jukebox. When he was at the jukebox explaining to Ruby that Gallifrey was gone. That they was playing the This Is Gallifrey music was playing. And it's apparently Eugene at something.
I'm basically trying to see if what's going on here with the. You will probably do a real. I'll probably do Real Whovians cast tomorrow. Well, tomorrow.
Well, I've got a huge lot of EVPs to listen to for my Haunted Hours podcast.
Are you listening to that? Yeah.
I've got quite a few in that. So when I do come around to that one, we go like when you and Scott do come on, I've got them to listen to with you.
Oh, you know what? Maestro did remind me of Bette Midler. You're right. Miss Fula 8455.
Here, to me, he resembles. She resembles Harvey Korman.
If you look in the face, you're right. You're actually right about.
And if you notice the way the wig was, it reminded me of Queen Elizabeth I one, Chris Eccleston's. No, Chris Eccleston.
You're right about that too. Yeah.
You know. Feel that kind of thing.
All right, it is late for you guys in the UK. I do apologize.
That's all right.
Yeah,
It's only nearly 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm sorry, guys.
Don't worry.
Um,
I'm normally
I'll
up
catch
anyway around late.
so tomorrow,
I'll just-
well, it's tomorrow for you guys already, but I
Today,
probably,
for today,
yeah,
boys.
I will be.
Yeah.
I will be continually grabbing other real Whovians to do their reviews of
Space
these
Baby.
2 episodes and Devil's Chord, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm going to take off from gaming entirely. I think after this podcast, I think I'm gonna do some gaming. But guys, stay in here for 2 minutes before you leave. I'm just going to get off the air. Thank you, guys. Have a
See you,
great
everyone.
day.
Okay.
Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.